Let's see. Oh, let's see. Hold on. I gotta close this down. Ba, ba, ba. My baby don't let me know. My baby, my baby. Oh, come on. You can do that. Get off of there. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Uh, 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 Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Bang. Share. Oh, dang. All right, let's see. Copy, copy, copy. Copy, 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 copy. Pin. Edit. Pound, pound, pound. Overlay. Copy, copy. Move. Edit. Chat overlay. Paste, enter. Let's see. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. Oh, really? That even work? There we go. Oh, I can't. Oh, what up, cheese brother? Oh, can I select? I don't know. What up? I can't wait to get out of here working regular 9 to 5, brother. What state are you in? You're in Texas. I can't remember where you said you were, cheese. Maybe you didn't tell me. Are you in Texas? What do you want to do? What do you want to do, cheese? Oh, hold on. Don't be lazy, dude. What? Hold on. Illinois. Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Right. Because I said um Space Cal's from Illinois. I mean Indiana. Jeez, he's from Indiana, not Illinois. I think I said the same thing last time too. Right. I gotcha. So yeah, is it legal where you're at? If it's legal, oh, you just got your medical card. Listen, dude. Listen, I'll help you right now if you want, and I'll tell you if you don't mind being on camera, document your grow process. Make videos of, okay, this is the area in my yard or my house or whatever that you're going to make your greenhouse or your grow area. Document it, and you'll be working for yourself in no time. I bet 6 months. So June or July, you'll be monetized and making money on YouTube. And you could do an hour live stream every couple days or every day or whatever to talk about, there's plenty of people with the same exact mindset of you, and they need somebody to watch that has that stuff in common. It's up to you, brother. I'm just saying, it's definitely an out, and it can be easy because you're going to do it anyway. Get a freaking cheap, get a $15 ring light that comes with a phone mount. Grab and it comes with a tripod too. So you get it for 15 or 20 bucks. You get a tripod, a ring light, and a phone mount for under 30 bucks on Amazon, and just document everything you want to do. I used to live stream before, but computer. Yeah, yeah. Use your cell phone. Use your cell phone. Use your cell phone. And I tell you what, people will want to watch it go from seed or clone to bud. I'm telling you, won't say flower. I guarantee. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You do 10 minutes of work, at least 10 minutes of work every day, and like at least 5 hours of work one day on the weekend, or 2 hours on Friday, 2 hours Saturday, like something like that, to film a good 20-minute video or whatever, just talk about this is what I'm gonna do. I guarantee it. Eh, YouTube is not paying for low effort content anymore, AI content. So like I just got an invitation to Milan. I've only been monetized for 20 days, and I got an invitation to Milan for creators, a creator only event, which is freaking crazy. I don't know if I'm supposed to show this, but YouTube Milan. Are you interested in going to Milan? So, and you will probably grow much faster than me because there's so many people that are also interested in what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, AI, right, yeah, absolutely. So they're calling it low effort now, and so many people have been buying views. Like you get these people that say, "Hey, I like Kamala Harris or whatever," and to make them, the Democrats or Republicans, seem more popular than they actually are, these average operatives would get a couple $1,000s in views to be like, "Oh my goodness, and look at this 10,000 likes. How did that happen?" It's all been it's so now all that's going away. They're not paying for that anymore. They're not doing it anymore. So I'm telling you, if you have to work, and you'll get there quick. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. This is the thing about that. If you film one video, take an hour in the day to film a 20-minute video once a week, and that gets viewed, even if it's just 100 times, you'll take about 6 months to get to where you want to get. But that, I'm telling you, that'll do it. And then all of the people, all of the brands, the pen brands, you'll start getting people being like, "Hey, can you advertise this? Can you advertise that?" Tried the Discord, link expired. This one right here, send me Skippy, send I fail first, no spaces. Send me a friend request. Send me a friend request. I'll send you an invite. Does this not work? Link expired. I can also send you another link. Hold on. Kohora. Uh, fried bologna sandwiches. Jeez, I haven't had one of them in probably 35 years. Um, oh, that you? Hold on, hold on. Oh, let me do this real quick while we're at it too. YouTube. All right, all right. Bam, bam, bam. Friends, pending, accept, accept, Skippy, wave to Skippy, 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 bam, invite the server, 110th grade. All right, I just sent the invite, brother. Welcome to the family, brother. Welcome to the family. All right, so it's can you have you can have a permanent, right? Yeah, I thought this was a permanent one. I thought it was permanent. Yeah, I mean, all right, now I forgot what I was doing. Completely lost what I was doing. Completely. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Now I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, server, YouTube. We live. We are live at YouTube. At YouTube. YouTube. Live stream. Enter. Enter. Publish. Enter. Okay, there we go. All right. All right. All right. Who here is bored? Filled tough, but unreliable. Ford tough, but unreliable. Fix or repair daily. Found on road dead. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, you know what I can probably do? Oh, you know what? It's going to be 19 degrees tomorrow morning till like 7 a.m. Then it's going to go up to like 21. Ugh. Mm, mm. Let's see. Okay, let us see. The highest temperature. Okay. What's the lowest wind? Damn it. What's it called? Chill. What's the coldest wind chill in America?
According to WVEC, New Hampshire's Mount Washington saw a record-breaking wind chill of minus 108 degrees during a February 2023 Arctic blast.
February 2023, negative 108, minus 108 degrees F. That's freaking crazy. Wait till you see these Mount Washington negative 108. Watch, look at these images. It was so cold. All right, so you see this little sign, right? Yeah, yeah, little bit of snow. She's got whatever. That's not it. Hold on. Let me see. So this is what it looks like normally. Okay. All right, and look at this. This is. It was so cold that as the wind hit it and the snow stuck to it, this whole place got froze over. Negative 108 degrees Fahrenheit. I just fired up my workstation. There you go. Look at this. And it just gets encapsulated. Look at how freaking cold. Negative 108. And this looks like a video game. Look at this freaking crap. Jeez, man. It looks like a video game. It looks like a black and white video game. That's a color picture. Everything just the ice the water in the air just crystallizes out. Man, oh, that says yeah, no, it says 109, negative 109, but it says negative 108 was the record. Look at this frozen spaghetti. And that's on top of Mount Washington. I don't know where that boat came from. What up, duo? Yeah. So duo, you probably have to change the IP. What IP address are you using? The one in everybody else can. You might have to. What's the problem, duo? What's the problem? You can get to the other server, the bridge server, but it won't let you to the next line. You can't, and you're putting in the IP address, right? And the port number. Dude, yeah, you're gonna have to like post a screenshot or something on Discord. I mean, I you'll probably have to change your DNS. I'm not even sure I'm gonna restart the please. I'm not even sure I'm gonna go restart and please update everything. Restart the PlayStation to update. I'm not even sure I'm gonna go restart the PS. Gotcha. What you doing, cat? Huh? You wanna go out here? Hold on, let me let my cat out. He's a 37 degrees. Ah. Let us see. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, man. It's cold out there, boy. Yeah, yeah, that's what you're gonna have to do, Duo. When Space Cal gets here, get the IP address he's using for the DNS, and you might have to pop that in because if he can get to the bridge server, you can get to the bridge server. He might just be using a different address, and we'll get it straightened out. Are you familiar with the deepest hole? Yes, yes, yes. It's called the Russian borehole. Um, Russian deep borehole. Yeah, super deep borehole. Call yes, 40,230 feet, and it's just capped off right now. Look, this is what it looks like on the top of it. This is what it looks like on the top. That's it. That's it. It went so hot. It went down so deep. It was so hot that when they put a drill bit down there, it just melts. I don't play Minecraft, just a nerd. That's all right, brother. I didn't play Minecraft until like Christmas, and now I got a server running for the community and stuff. It's a. Have you played before, Skippy? So they dug a big old hole around it. Wow. Yeah, but this is amazing. Look how trashed it looks. Look at the trash and stuff all around it. I gotta go to the office in a few hours, so I'm at home. Oh, gotcha. It's yeah, more than a mile. A mile is 5,000. Oh, what'd you say? It's well over a mile down. 5,000. It's almost 10 miles down. 5,280 feet's a mile. This is 40,000 miles. So it's almost 10 miles. How'd they stabilize it? They use the walls of the hole to stabilize it. So the walls of the hole, so they drill and then they slide a tube down. And then the drill has lubrication next to it. So it's like a straw with a straw inside of it. The walls that they drill, that's how when they drill oil wells, they're sliding that tube down there with the drill bit so that the oil has a place to come up through. Because like if you drill through like a big gap and then like you go 100 feet down and then there's a gap, you don't want the oil to come up and fill that gap. You want it to follow your pipe. So you keep putting what's called a sleeve, a well sleeve, well WELL, the well sleeve, and then the sleeve holds the sides of the drill bit, and yeah, so you put torsion force at the top to rotate the drill bit. Yeah, yeah, boy, yeah. Welcome to 110th. I play classic World of Warcraft. I used to play Warcraft before World of Warcraft, and I might have only played World of Warcraft. I don't think I've ever played World of Warcraft. I used to play Warcraft like in the 90s. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I like so we create some freaking cool stuff in Minecraft. I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know Minecraft. I thought it was just a freaking run around and kill people game. I didn't realize it was so absolutely creative. Like it makes sense too. Like you take leaves, branches, you cook wood, you make charcoal, then you use charcoal in a furnace with sand and you make glass, and it makes sense because that's what you do in real life. You take sand and melt sand to make glass. It's like what they have you doing actually makes sense. Now of course they go fantastical, like you take a block of copper and put a pumpkin on top and it turns into a robot. So that's obviously fake, but yeah, but a lot of the stuff you do, like you mine ore, you smelt the ore to get the ingots. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's yeah. Oh, here's the drill bit right there. That's huge too. And the weight of the drill bit on the end of the motor would keep it stable also, right? Because it'd be pulling it straight down. And you have to drill slowly. If you drilled fast, it would start wobbling. Axial precession. This is the tower that holds the drill motor and the device that keeps adding length to the drill bit. The drill head. Here you go. That's so crazy, dude. You can see the scratches on the side the drill bit made. And this cap. Imagine falling in that. I wonder how wide it is. I wonder how wide it is. Yeah, 4,200. And they did this in 1979. How wide? Oh, it's 9 inches. It's 9 inches wide. About 9 inches wide. So the little kid could fall down there and fall for a while. What up, Die Another Day, brother? What up, Jim? Jim, no. Yo, Jim, go. Ah, dang it, Jim. I'm trying to remember, brother. Give me a couple chances. I'll get there. What's up? What up? Yeah, that's the super. So that's 4,230 feet deep. 4,230 feet deep. Okay, so we'll do 40,230 feet. 40,230 feet deep. 4,230 divided by 5,280 feet. It's 7.6 miles deep. That's how deep that borehole is. Jim, no. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And that's just a cap that they just put on it to make sure people don't fall down there. Could you imagine falling for 7 miles? I don't know what I'm doing, brother. I'm streaming now till I'll be playing later on, a couple hours. I'll be playing like from 9 or 8 to 10. I'll be on Minecraft, but right now I'm just hanging out with everybody, teaching anybody stuff they want to know about. Yeah, that's amazing. Look at that freaking hole. It just goes down for 7 miles. So even if you fell at 70 miles an hour, it would take 6 minutes still to hit the bottom. You'd be falling for 6 minutes straight. That's so crazy. I mean, you'd be rubbing against the sides, I guess. That's a big dang hole. What are you doing? And you know what? Like all you see is that lid right there, and no one would know. I mean, they walk on it, no one would really know, and it doesn't look like it's well protected or anything. It looks like it's all gone to trash, and it goes down 7.6 miles. It's deeper than the Mariana Trench. Wow. Let's watch a video on it. Let's see what they got to say.
Is it just me, or is Russia and America always racing each other to the moon, even to the center of the Earth? Yeah, back in the 1970s, while the US was busy landing on the moon, the USSR thought, so what, you landed on the moon? We're gonna dig a really deep hole. Thus began the Kola Super Deep Borehole Project, where Soviet scientists started drilling into the Earth's crust in a quest to reach the core, or at least see how deep they could go. Spoiler alert, they didn't go very far. They only got 7.5 of the nearly 4,000 miles it would have taken to reach the core. It is, however, the deepest man-made hole on Earth, so yay Russia. Eventually, though, they had to stop because it got way too hot. Temperatures reached over 356 degrees. So I guess that's it for Hollow Earth theory. They did, however, drop a listening device into this hole one time and heard some pretty freaky stuff. You should check it out.
Why didn't you play it? Audio.
This is the deepest hole ever made by humans. And in 1970, the Soviet Union lowered a microphone down the 7-mile tunnel. What they heard will scare you. After their 19 years of digging, they reached a depth of 40,000 feet before the extreme heat melted their equipment. They wanted to see just how deep they could get into the earth to retrieve part of its mantle. Since they couldn't dig any further, they decided to lower a heat-resistant microphone to the bottom of the tunnel, which captured this audio. To this day, people believe that they cracked open the entrance to hell. Do you think it was real?
Jesus Chrysler. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
This is the deepest man-made hole on the planet, and there were some horrifying rumors about what they found at the bottom. It's known as the Kola Super Deep Borehole,
yes,
but many call it
Jim,
the Gateway to Hell. It was a project started by the Soviet Union in 1965 with the intention of discovering more about the Earth. But after 19 years of digging and getting 12,000 feet deep into the Earth's crust, they lowered a microphone down into the hole and captured this audio. Now, this recording of what they call screams from hell has supposedly been debunked, and regardless, the project was abandoned in 1995, but some of the scientists involved still claim that they dug through the gates of hell.
That's freaking crazy. Yeah, so it would also be like it would, depending on what type of microphone they used, it could absolutely be like if it was a standard if it was a standard magnetic microphone, then yes, it would be the fluctuating magnetic fields. But also, because the hole is 7 miles deep, it would constantly be moving very, very little bit. So like the sounds of it could also be because the wires are 7 miles long. Any magnetic interference going through that wire is like a big long guitar string. The better way to have done it would have been to lower a recording device. So like on a rope, like a non-conductive rope. So then they could recorded what's down there locally without all the interference of a 7-mile long wire, and then pulled it up and then played it. But it was 350 degrees. So it would have pretty much destroyed anything that nowadays they could do it with digital equipment and see what it sounds like. We all died and now we're living in hell. It seems like it. Trump shows the middle finger to the worker. Yes. That's freaking hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious. That was crazy. Absolutely. Let's see. Trump gives reporter the middle finger. Yeah, so fiber optic cable for data view relays. 300 degrees though, it would probably soften the it would definitely soften the glass. So it would they would have to keep it cool. The best way to do it would be to take a recording device like a phone type thing, and then have that nothing at all. So nothing conductive, nothing at all. And the relay stations, all that, it would be better to just take like fishing line. Well, it has to be some sort. It would have something that doesn't melt at that temperature. Lower it down like a small MP3 recorder, then have that recorded. It would be really cool if they could do a but the microphone, that's one. You'd have to. It could definitely be done, but it would cost so much money to do it now. The freedom of speech. The worker got fired. We get insulated, right? But it's 7 miles. It's 7 miles to get down to the bottom. That's a lot of insulation for just a sound clip. You know what I mean? It's 7 miles of wire, of insulations, of relays. We did that to get across the Atlantic Ocean with relay stations for the fiber optics and stuff. But that's making hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, in internet traffic. And Greenland's saying, no, they're saying what I heard today is they're saying they want so the Greenland the people, the Denmark government that owns Greenland is saying F Trump, but the people that live on Greenland are saying yes, we want to be part of the United States. We do shoot lasers to the moon. It's called a lunar range finding program, and so there's what's called triangular reflectors, or it's like the reflectors we have on bicycles, that it basically, no matter what angle you shine a laser at, it'll come back the same way. So we can do a pulse and then see how long it takes for it to come back, divide that by the speed of light, and we can find out how far away the moon is. Lunar range finding. Lunar range finding.
What's the best proof we have that astronauts landed on the moon? The answer has to do with space lasers. During some of the Apollo missions, a series of retroreflectors were left on the lunar surface. These highly reflective devices allow for more accurate...
NATO is meaningless. NATO is meaningless. They don't do anything. Listen, NATO's been around forever, and Trump stopped more wars in 1 year than NATO has ever stopped. And he didn't use NATO to stop the war. So, it's like, what are they doing? They're just collecting money and talking crap.
Measurement of the distance to the moon, then bouncing radio waves off the lunar surface. Observatories on Earth can target these reflectors and then send pulses of laser light to the moon and back. By accurately measuring the round-trip light travel time, the distance from the Earth to the moon can be calculated. If those reflectors weren't there, the return signal on the lasers would be virtually non-existent. And even with them present, only one photon out of billions and billions is generally detected, recognizable by the very specific wavelength. The experiment works, and small fluctuations in the distance can be measured with up to millimeter accuracy. That's like measuring the distance between New York and Los Angeles to the width of a human hair. Not only is it amazing that people went to the moon, but we can prove it by shooting the moon with lasers.
I don't want American soldiers in my country anymore. They're a real threat to any country on the globe. American soldiers are? Why do you think that? I don't think it's the soldiers. I think it's the officers that follow the politicians. I think the politicians are the problem, not the soldiers themselves. And the thing is there's Turkish soldiers in America too, right? So it's like a trade. Like, okay, we'll watch over you, you watch over us, that type of thing. Let me see. I don't know if there's any Turkish army bases. Turkish military bases in the United States. Oh, there are none. Okay, so NATO, the Turkish NATO bases, but there's none on American soil. There you go. In essence, the military bases associated with Turkey in the U.S. are located on Turkey, serving nationally, while the U.S. maintains its own bases across the globe, including NATO with countries like Turkey. I think the biggest issue is, and like I said, my military, the biggest issue is when you have NATO forces that don't answer to any country, but answer to the highest bidder, and that's the problem. That's the big problem. I could have swore. When's the last time there was a Turkish U.S. Army base, military base? (1970s) in Incirlik Air Force Base. My dad flew out of Incirlik in Turkey. Never had anything bad to say about the country. Yeah. What Goktuk, what are you hearing about it? What are you hearing about, like what are they, how are they, like, what's the threat? Like, what do the Turkish say about it? Like, what's the threat? Why are there United States military bases in Turkey? Oh, so it's due to NATO. NATO, NATO made, so it's a joint U.S. Turkey base in NATO, from the Cold War, combating and now combating ISIS. Okay, NATO alliance. Yeah, so because Turkey is a NATO member, they get, so there's probably British military bases in Turkey. Okay, so it doesn't look like the Cyprus Sovereign Air Force Base, Akrolite Delakaya, NATO facility. So yeah, so it's NATO that's with the NATO Turkish alliance. It looks like we used for Desert Storm 1 and Northern Watch. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sure. What foreign countries have bases? Oh, damn it. What foreign countries have bases in Turkey? There's 40, it looks like. Qatar has, Qatar, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, Qatar, yeah. So that's how especially the United States is the richest country in the world, and we have the most powerful armed military in the world. So for the past 50 years, there have been and I think it ultimately, if you can have someone good running the military, it shouldn't be a problem. But the thing is, do you trust, Göktürk, do you trust your government to do what's best for the Turkish people with no oversight from NATO? I guess that would be NATO bases in America. So in Norfolk, Virginia, NATO's home base is in Belgium. That's pretty cool.
Get 4 iPhone.
What up, Cora? Sounds from hell. 94. Qatar military base in Idaho. Oh, so Qatar, it said his nation is funding the construction of the new Qatari Emery Air Force training facility in the U.S. So the United States government is training Qatari forces to fly. So basically, it's a sales thing. The Qataris want to buy American military planes, and so they're learning how to operate them in America. That looks like. What up, Jonathan? That's all right, Cora. That's all right. A dozen. Oh, they have F-15s. Okay. Large training in airspace in Idaho. Oh, so Idaho has the same type of topography as Qatar, they're saying. So that way they can practice here. They buy F-15s. Yeah. So it's not a sovereign Qatari base. And it looks like there's only 12 people from Qatar there. We are strong enough to protect ourselves, but the U.S. would absolutely not let us leave NATO. We're about to leave NATO. We're about to leave NATO, Galktug. Yeah, Trump's basically saying it costs us too much money and NATO doesn't do anything. It's just another place. It's another army. It's another military to sell a bunch of stuff to. So a bunch of people can buy a bunch of military equipment from all over the world so other people can get super rich, but they don't do anything. They've never, NATO, as far as I know, has never went in and stopped a war. As far as I know, how many wars has NATO been involved in? Let's see. Let's see what I missed out. Okay, yeah, so mission. So no wars. Yeah, so America goes in, cleans the slate, and then NATO comes in and supports. Yeah, they're bullshit. They're absolute bullcrap. It's all political, so then you can't, if they do something, you can't blame them on, you can't blame it on a country. If NATO were to bomb something, you can't have a war against NATO, So it's like, but who's to blame? It will be NATO to blame, not the U.S. to blame. Britain, yeah, it's freaking politics. Yeah, they started it after 9/11, right? It's all money grab. It's all boo crap. Right. So yeah. So NATO engaged in an existing. Yeah. So if a politician wants to start a war from any country, they can have NATO go in, ruffle a bunch of feathers, and then be like, "Oh, we got to support. We got to support. We're part of NATO. We got to support these people." It's all freaking crap. Considering we could send a couple dozen of our special forces to any country and quell whatever's happening. It's absolute wacky. It's wacky. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Let's see. What tariffs does Turkey have against the United States? Hold on one second. Yeah, hold on one second. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Hold on. All right, what's up, Ryan? What's going on? All right, my bad. Let's see where I was. Turkey still flies the F4 Phantom. Yeah, we share our technology for F-35. Yeah. But they don't let us even buy this. That's the reason. Who didn't let you buy it? That's we'll see. So now that we've got the new 45 coming out, you'll be able to buy the 35. I guarantee it. They aren't making the con or something. Hold on. Our Air Force is a bunch of crab jets and super talented pilots. Yep. Brother, listen. This is the thing. We designed it, right? So us and our allies, I know you live there, brother, but us and our allies, we designed it, we put our blood, sweat, and tears into it. We deserve to have that technology. It's because if everybody had the same technology, people could just be like, let's go fight each other. I'm not saying people are smart with it, but yeah, I'm indigenous. Fifth generator. Yeah, I agree there too, brother. A lot of everything is propaganda. They couldn't even build the motor. We've seen fairy tales for more than 10 years. Yeah, brother, fairy tales is the problem. Everybody's been lying for the past 40 years. That's why they didn't want Trump to say, no, everybody's just ripping everybody off. What up, Ryan? All right, Kohora, welcome back. Yeah, I remember you. I kept calling you Deborah and your name's Ryan. I remember you. Ryan. How are you? Okay, let's see. How's everybody doing? Right. So the big thing. Okay. So this is an interesting thing about propaganda too. So Turkey has had a bunch of tariffs against America since the 2018. And then so now in 2025, America's like, hey, no, you've been tariffing us for 7 years. We're going to hit you back. And that's what a lot of countries don't realize is everybody's been ripping off America. Everybody's been like we have our own cars here. If you want to sell American cars here, you got to sell them, you got to pay us a bunch of money just to do that. And then Trump's finally said, we're going to charge you what you charge us. It's called reciprocal tariffs. And then now everybody's like, well, wait a second. Why wouldn't they let us have American cars? Because they wanted to sell them for twice the price to try to rip Americans off. And now that stopped. But yeah, it's all been a big game. That's the problem. People just want to guess why you supported a military coup against our government. Some idiot in the government did that. It wasn't me, and you know that. Right, and this is the problem. People do this crap for money, and that's got to stop. It's got to stop. Every country should be able, and the globalists, they wanted to overthrow your government to put globalists in power. That would allow you to have everybody, so you wouldn't be Turkey anymore. You'd be Turkey, world, USA. And so Trump's like, no, we're going to get out of your affairs, which we should have done. We should not have done that. And I agree 100%. Pump the brakes there, big fella. American people said, right, absolutely. No, he knows what's going on. I love money. It's a great deal. We're going to make everyone rich. Right. I love money. It's a great deal. We're going to make everyone rich. Right. I understand. Yeah. The government, I think he understands too. Skippy understands too. Right. And this is the problem. This is why they tried to put a bullet in Trump, because everybody's been scamming the whole world for 40 years. And he's finally like, no, stop. No, we're not going to give you money to fight other people. We're going to let other people take over. No, it's all right. It's all right, brother. You're good. You're good. Yeah. No. And this is the problem. This is why so many people were getting so rich off of this bullshit, and Trump's putting a stop to it and saying, no, we're going to deal with America. Turkey deals with Turkey. And that's and not just Turkey, the whole rest of the world too. So that's what pissed off a lot of people, because so many other countries were getting rich. Look at Iran. Iran can't even, they don't have any water left. They ran out of water. So they were getting their water from other allies and stuff like that. So once America said, stop killing Christians and stop killing Muslims, or we won't give you any more water, they said no. And they kept killing people. So now they don't have any water to drink. It's crazy. It's crazy how they were like, we want to sell them water. You know, like why? Why don't you help them dig wells for water and stuff? So because they didn't want them to be self-sufficient. They wanted them to have to constantly pay somebody's company to get water into a country, and that's why we're where we're at now. But I agree. Yes, you're on the wall. I know you are, Ryan. What's up, Naruto? Welcome back. Long time no see. Our government doesn't even what? How you doing, Jonathan? Welcome back, brother. The whole right, because the rich aren't going to send their sons and daughters to die. They're going to send poor people's sons and daughters to die. That's what they do. That's absolutely what they do, and it works. It's been working since World War One, or not? If not, well, probably about World War One, and then now it's so technological. Control the. Yes, sir. And herein lies the issue, because they're outside of government control. They don't vote in the CIA. They don't do that. They just do what they want to do. And when you have buddies with friends like the Epstein stuff, like they say he was in intelligence. So if they want to make billions of dollars, they know, hey, let's start a war with these people. And then the people that are next to them will fake it to make Iran seem like Iraq attacked Iran, and then they'll start fighting each other, and we'll sell army supplies to both of them. We'll be super rich, and this is the problem. These people are freaking crazy. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And they just don't care. They're satanic. They're absolutely satanic. YouTube is censoring you. Since the day of the Canada, I took my Ritalin late. I can't sleep. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah. Does freeze dried ice cream have Yes. It's longer than that. Longer than that. I mean, if it's done properly. Freeze dried ice cream shelf life. A 25 to 30-year shelf life, Naruto. So you finally noticed. Since I used to watch Rob Dyke, his real name had to change, his face being removed permanently. To what? What I miss? Skippy, you finally noticed due to I used to watch Rob Dyke. That was 10 years ago. Yeah, it says 25 to 30 years. How do you store? Here you go. How do you store freeze-dried ice food for 25 years? Up to 25 years if kept in a cool, dark place, regular containers. Yeah, that's great. We'll do that. Honey, salt, sugar, white rice, dried beans, lentils, oats, all have dried eggs and milk, all last 10 years or more. Is 2-year-old frozen meat safe to eat? Yeah, 2-year-old frozen meat. Oops. Oh no, what'd I do? I just broke something. Oh wow, that's quite. Oh wow, how'd I do that? Wait a second, what? List mode. Grid mode. Wow, that's so much cooler. Vertical full. Oh, that's not right. There you go. Okay, that's rename function F2. F2. Oh, function F3. Full. F2. Full small. Walk about. Okay, there we go. Bam. Now that's nice and easy. I wish I would have known I could do that before. I'm 6. Ask me anything in the future. What is tonight's lotto numbers? What up, Goob? I'm rich now. That's good. That's good. Be rich. What's up, Goofy? What going on? Okay, so now I can do this. Wow, that makes life so much easier. We didn't warn you. Bunch of jerks. That's why we got our military there watching over you. How you doing? Okay, elaborate on your title statement. I don't know. I don't even know what my title statement is. What's up, Space Cow? What's your title statement? What's my title statement? What's my title statement? What's up, Ryan? My title statement. Don't be lazy, Rich. The White House has yes, absolutely, yes. It should say "Let us recall." All right, I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow if I recall. What is it? Oh, let us talk. Sorry. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, you are on the wall. Yes. Yeah. Well, no. What, Goob? Yes, you are on the wall. We pretending to build a ballroom inside a bar inside a pan. Right. My wife is going to be happy. I'm going to play Minecraft tonight. It's about time, jerk. That's so freaking crazy. So I was thinking that instead of building a ballroom, they're building a balls room to fit Trump's giant balls because he's freaking taking on the cartels. I saw a person eating bugs. What up, Path? Who's in the Minecraft server right now? Looks like Chi, Chain Chomp, and Codboy and Senfei. It looks like about 5 people. Let me see. Server control. Yeah, I need to make it a gold. Yes, right. Right. Do you know who's actually paying for it? Yes, Goob, you're on the wall too. Absolutely. You know who's actually paying for it? Facebook, Apple, Microsoft. It's all companies that are paying for it. It's not the taxpayers. What? With gold? I'm paying for IT. I'm paying for it. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I can't read. Let's see. Who's paying for the White House ballroom? Right, not it, right? All right, where is it at? Okay, Meta, Apple, Amazon, Google, Lockheed Martin, Microsoft, Comcast, Altria, Coinbase, Planet. There you go. There you are, Gulktug. Right there. I eat bugs for breakfast. I pay my taxes. His balls are. That's what I said, Space Cal. He's not building a ballroom. He's building a balls room to fit his big testicles in. T-Mobile, Ripple, Hard Rock Cafe, Tether America, the Union Pacific Railroad, Micron, Caterpillar, Booz Allen, HP, Reynolds, Next, out the Family Foundation, another Family Foundation, family. Yeah, these families are going to be super rich. Yeah, all these families, invest in them. They're all going to be super rich. Bitcoin billionaire. Jeez. Yes, exactly, Gawktug. Yeah, and this is the problem, dude. This is the problem. Absolutely, the problem is that these people should not be this well funded, and they should not be this well funded, and they are. And I think the big chess move with Venezuela is we just basically took $17 trillion worth of oil from Venezuela, which means we don't need oil from the Middle East at all anymore. So that will significantly reduce the amount of oil the Middle East sells, which means the amount of oil, the amount of money they'll get, which means that a lot of the uh, um, jihadists will no longer be able to be funded off of that. Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, you look at what's going on in America, they're trying to pass a law in Texas to allow Sharia law. Okay? And the problem with that is they're not actual Muslims, they're Islamists that are following mainly new written hadith to take over whatever they want to take over. They're not Quranic Muslims. They're freaking Islamist extremists, and it's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So if they can do that, then they have access to the American treasury. So they're basically fronting a religion, saying, and then using American religious tolerance laws to say, hey, well, we're Americans and we're this is our religion, so you need to fund it. So let's open it up. But now we're not following American law; we're following religious law. Yeah, that they're making up. They're making up as they go. They're still writing what they believe. They're still defining the hadiths and the Quran with new scholars that say, no, what this actually meant was you should give us all your money, and because that's our religion, give us all your money. And they're just lying. Taikia. Do you know that's where the term cap comes from? Like when they talk about cap, saying, all right, hold on, what I miss? Oh, geez, I'm missing all kinds of things here. Okay. Oh, gee, there you go. Is that a record? Oh no, that's a 3D printer spool. What is that? Oh, hold on, let me see. Oh, there it is right there. Sorry. Yeah. Oops. There it is right there. Hey, that's me. I didn't even realize I was on the screen there. As an ex-Muslim, I can clearly say Muslims just like words. Yeah. No, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you. And the problem is the current iteration of the extremists are hiding under basic 6th century writings, and they're rewriting them, and no one reads all the hadiths and all the Quran to say whether it's right or wrong. You've got atheists on the Democratic Party that are saying, well, they say that's what their religion says, and we're religious freedom, so go ahead. And no one checks. No one says, hey, where does this say this in your religion? And that's the problem, because we got stupid people in government. I got to get my sister's kids. All right, girl, I'll be here. Man, making it happen. Let me see here. Okay, this is the new 110th grade collectible coin we're making. Look at that! Isn't that awesome? That's so freaking awesome. And there you go. She made that last night. That's so dang cool. That's so dang cool. Sound. What did I miss? What did I miss? How far does the moon get from the Earth every year? 3.8. 1.5. Every year, the moon moves an inch and a half farther away from the Earth. 3.8 centimeters. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Back. Oh, simulates the displays. Okay, so, I was just looking at the download or the upload there, Skippy. Okay, cool. Are not real. They're forbidden in Islam, but imams are keeping people but sleep by obligations by reading the Quran in Arabic, which is language Muslim. Right? No, I agree. I agree. I agree 100%. That way they can keep saying no. This is what it says. This is what, even though they're completely lying about it. They're making it up, and then no one's going to go and be like, well, is this correct? Because most people, the Christians, don't even read the Bible. They're not going to also read everything else from some other religion. They're going to think, okay, you're being honest, and this is what it says. Yeah, that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. And it's making other Muslims look bad. So it's like you have people that like they say Islamophobic a lot, and they're like, okay, do you understand there's people out here using your religion's name and lying about it? And this is the problem. Like, they need to police their own. They need to police their own. The same thing with any community. You can't let people out there using your name, sullying up your name. What up? Ah, oh, dang it. Not Chloe. What up, Charity? Oh, where's Chloe? Not Chloe. Cool. What up? What up? You okay? I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing really good. How are you doing? And there was this guy today. This guy I was watching today is a mom. He was talking. Cora, what did I say? Yeah, not Cora. Yeah, sorry, I'm working on it, Cora. He was saying. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is right here.
Unexplained.
So, like, it's been being said that, like, Jesus was replaced on the cross, and so he didn't really die, and now imams are saying, no, we got to stop saying that. Muslim scholar admits Jesus was crucified and resurrected. So now the Muslims are trying to police other Muslims, saying, stop lying, stop saying this stuff. It doesn't say it.
Rather than go on fancy flights of imagination, you're going to tell Allah on Judgment Day, you caused that man to assume the appearance of someone? And he who never claimed to be the Messiah, he was crucified. That is an act of injustice. You attributing injustice to Allah? What foolishness. Allah took his soul. They thought he was dead. They took down the body. They put the body in the cave. They sealed the cave. Allah returned the soul. As simple as that.
As simple as
Nobody
that.
knew that the soul was returned. And Allah raised him. But let me warn you one more time. If you stick with this theory of substitution, you are going to be in a pathetic state on Judgment Day. Let me warn you one more time. This is a simple explanation from the Quran. Unexplained.
Right. So the big problem is you have people out here just simply lying, simply lying, and then you have this Islamophobia that starts. Well, when you have all these people that are obviously lying for political gain and for power, how it's hard to not be. It's scared of people that are scaring people and lying completely about it. And then you have this guy who's saying, no, obviously this is what happens. Like the Quran says, like the Bible says, this is what happened. I'm at the bus stop. All right, Kahora, how you doing? But this is the thing. You have every community, the LGBTQ community, the Muslim community, the Christian community, the black community. If you don't want people co-opting your community and then doing dumb shit, bad stuff in the name of your community, you got to stop it. You got to call it out. Like Christians got to call out Christians, Muslims got to call out Muslims, blacks got to call out blacks, whites got to call out whites, so on and so forth. Gays, trans. You can't have people lying and then you're like, well, now you're transphobic. Well, why shouldn't I be? You got people out here saying they want to take over the world and kill people and do this and this in the name of trans rights. Why don't trans people say, no, you're freaking nuts? And this is a problem. Oh, nobody believes them. Yeah, but now they're making now they've got political power and they're making wackadoodle changes. So it's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's like if you lie to people, yes, amen, brother, amen. If you have people that just lie, that's a problem. There's a lot of disdain too, sure, but shouldn't there be? Shouldn't there be? A Republican Jesus video. I don't know if I've seen it. Do you have a link? Is it YouTube? Republican Jesus. GOP Jesus. This one here. My first message was censored. MAGA Jesus. Is it this one, Gawk, too? Yeah, okay. This is YouTube. Okay, YouTube. There's a bunch of them, buddy. 13 years ago, 7 years ago. Skippy. Once. The top one, okay.
Walking down the streets, Republican Jesus was approached by an old blind man. "Have mercy on me, Republican Jesus," said the blind man. And Republican Jesus said, "What is it you want?" And the blind man said, "Republican Jesus, I am blind, and I wish to see. Can you heal me?" And Republican Jesus said, "Oh, Obamacare didn't take care of that for you?" And the blind man said, "Republican Jesus, you're right. I'll just go back to being blind." And all his disciples were in awe of Republican Jesus' wisdom. Republican Jesus had noticed that a crowd had gathered around a young woman, and they were about to stone her to death. "What's going on here?" said Republican Jesus. And the crowd said,
what you call propaganda. 100%. This is like the most blatant form of propaganda you could possibly
"This woman
make.
expects us to pay for her contraceptives with our tax money. We're going to stone her."
Okay, so that's not it at all, right? That's not part of the story at all, right? Jesus, the prostitute is about to be killed for adultery, for sleeping with a married man. And Jesus says, whoever here has no sin, cast the first stone. And then he tells her, go and sin no more. So this is just Democrat liberal blathering. It's just bullshit. So they take the little bit of the story, use a little bit of truth, then just lie. It's just lies. It's just lies.
And Republican Jesus said, cast no stone. That is a waste of stone, and I need...
No, see, it's not that at all. It's he who without sin cast the first stone. It's telling people, don't be a hypocrite. And this is the problem. There's the Democrats, this section of Democrats now, I mean, maybe this was a couple of years ago, but the Democrats now are such hypocrites. So this is trying to say Jesus makes no sense. It's lying about what he says. And it's trying to paint Jesus bad and Republicans bad. Yeah, this is just propaganda.
I need these stones to build my 15th house. Just throw her off a bridge instead.
Right. Yeah, none of that happened.
And all the disciples were in awe at Republican Jesus' wisdom.
Let's see what we will say. Yeah, this is all crap. Yeah. And it's all propaganda. Even the messages are all propaganda. And the problem is, I don't give a crap about Republicans or Democrats. I care about Jesus, and this is lying. So, and the interesting thing is, in the Bible, it says the devil is a deceiver. So if this person wants to use deception to try to get people on their side, that's crazy to me. This is insanity. I love that it exists because people that have read, even non-religious people that have read the Bible, atheists that have read the Bible, know that this is bullshit. And this turns me off even more of people that are willing to just lie to get their way, and it's horrible. So you have people that don't care at all about other people. And the point is of the current state, it's not, oh no, you can't, Obamacare didn't take care of that. Here's the problem. The Democrats voted for Obamacare. They knew they didn't read the law. They saw a black man standing up and said, he's Black Jesus. They called him Black Jesus. And they said, he's here to help us. And he didn't. That's Democrat Jesus, unfortunately, because they're trying to find an idol. They think they can find idols in these humans, and they just lead them down the wrong path, just like this is doing. Because if you actually listen to the stories and read it, people will help each other. The problem is people take advantage of everything, but they don't want you to look deeper and say, no, Jesus would have said this, or that. It happened. Jesus told me. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me read what everybody's going on here. Can someone DM me this? Yeah. Check Discord. It's called refraction of bending. It's called refraction, bending of the light. It's liberal in the early 2000s, but currently liberals don't have any. No. They've been. The problem is the Democrats, the liberals, have been hijacked by the cartel and the mobs that have went underground in America. They're all ripping the government off and everybody off, and they don't want to be caught. So they're doing whatever they can to try not to be caught. How dare you say it did not happen? It did happen. Or check Discord. Yeah.
Jesus was seen.
Where, Rachel?
Oh my God.
Show me to me, please. Send it to me, Rachel.
It was literally seen in Ohio.
Please send
It's gonna be
it
Jesus.
to me. Oh, now, please.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
Rachel, which one? Send it to
Yeah, liberals are not even. No, they're not. They're not at all. Listen, they've gotten. So I'm going to tell you guys what's going on now. Just kidding. It's just. I know it's just a joke. Oh yeah, it's a joke. Yeah. So here's the problem. Here's what happens. Here's what happens here. You have a bunch of people that have been able to absolutely rob the government and the people for 40 years, and they've been able to. We have people that have been dead for 100, 200 years that have been still been voting, that are still in the voter rolls. So the reason that the Democrats nowadays are so arrogant is because they bought their votes. That you can buy chunks of dead voters. So you know how like the Democrat cities say that their murder rates are going down even though they've gone up. So when people die, they won't record the death, and they'll sell that information to somebody who can then get food stamps, cash assistance, and whatnot. And then you can get this dead person's money, the federal assistance for these dead people. Then you can vote with mail-in ballots, because now this person's on disability because they've been shot, even though they're dead now. So they've been shot, they're on disability, and then now they can write in their ballot and say vote for this. So all of these people that have been murdered in all of these Democrat states are voting illegally, and other people are collecting the money for them. So now they're all getting caught. So they want to say, don't look into black people's business. That's racist. Well, too bad. You know, they've said it so long. Don't look into what we're doing here. It's racist. Show it to me, Rachel. Yes. And so that's what's going on here. And they're all going to get busted, and they don't want to. So they say everything they can about Trump and Republicans to try to actually, because now they actually have. Now that the voting machines that came out of Venezuela have been rigged, and we know that now. The head of the Venezuelan, basically their version of the CIA, just came out a couple of months ago and said, yeah, we've been rigging your elections for the past 30 years. So now the reason they're so arrogant is because they've been buying their votes. They've been stealing votes. So now they have to look good. So now they're changing their stance on stuff like that, because they were able to say whatever they want and then never do anything for anybody. And if you look at the female black vote in America, black women are said to vote 93%. 93% of all black women that vote Democrat. A lot of these women don't exist. How do you get 93% of like white people vote 50-50-ish Republican Democrat, same with liberals, but there's such black crime that all these black people that have died are now voting Democrat because they've been stealing the vote. They've all got caught. And so now it's all coming down, and they want to say, and they're saying whatever they can. They're saying Trump's racist, Trump's the Nazi, whatever they can, because they're so desperate. And I love it. I can't wait till the trash that's in the Democratic Party gets cleansed. The Democratic Party gets repopulated with actual Democrats, actual liberals, and then we can continue along with our lives. We've just been hijacked, but because people say blue no matter who, and they vote Democrat no matter what, even though Democrats say, we gotta kill you just so that we can get because Trump's bad, Yep. And think about these people that want to take over America. They tell women not to have babies. They tell women to have abortions. They tell men that women are hoes. So that nobody's having babies. So then now you have the population of America drops, and then in 5-10 years you don't have any military-aged men. So then you can do a soft war, drop the border, send all of the other military-aged men from other countries into America, and then take over from the inside out. And that's what's happening. Send black people to Africa, white people to Europe, just to stay in the country. But you guys have many bad things. Black people are native to the earth, European country. Only gets 4,500 years. Yeah, black people are absolutely native. Absolutely. Black people were in America before white people were in America. Not all. Hold on. Not all black people. And this is a problem. Black people aren't just black people. just because their skin likely matches doesn't mean they're the same. There's many different types of tribes and whatnot, especially if you go back to Africa. And just like Democrats don't like Republicans, there's some black people that don't like other black people, other tribes, blood feuds, and that's all blending in. But in America, they just say no, all black people band together. But some black tribes hate other black tribes. Some white tribes hate other white tribes. Some Indian tribes hate other Indian tribes. Like, it's always been a thing like that. We don't have to go anywhere. But yeah, he said, yeah, no, absolutely not. Listen. Whether you like it or not, there are good people and bad people, period. I don't care that you're black. I don't care that you're white. I don't care that you're Indian. But the thing is, they wouldn't say, "Oh, black and brown people are so oppressed." No, it's not that. It's you have people that want power and people that want to help other people. And the thing is, they want to trick you. They want to build their forces. So if they can convince all black and brown people that all white people are bad. But if you listen to the old black leaders like Malcolm X, he told black people back in the day, white liberals are the devil. And that's exactly what's happening. Is you have white liberals saying, "Oh, white supremacy, white guilt, white privilege. I was given so much that it's bullshit. It's to weaken the base, and black people and white people will be overrun by the black people and white people that want to be in power over them. It has nothing to do with that. They just want to confuse people. There you go, brother. 100%. What's going on, Wafa? What's up, Chi? Yeah, so and that's it. So they try to separate people out, and the problem is they don't like. So here's DEI real quick, and what they want to do. So you get people in that say white people are killing black people, white cops are killing black people. So what they do is they say defund the police. They are going to defund the police, fire a lot of police officers. Then they institute DEI. Then they say, oops, defunding police was a bad idea. Now let's hire even more police. But DEI's in effect now. They're not going to just hire black and brown people. They're going to also hire anybody that's part of their gang, white, black, or otherwise. Now they've just filled the police ranks with their own operatives. That's what DEI was for. DEI and defund the police was to fire all the policemen, make everything go nuts. The people that have been killed during this massive chaos will still be on the voter rolls, and then rehire with DEI in effect and get their own operatives into positions of power. It has nothing to do with, oh, poor black people don't know how to freaking use a computer. Yeah, cool. Right. And anybody believes that. All right, Chi, I ran out of dates. Let's go. Make Istanbul Constantinople again. Why does freeze-dried? Because there's no water in it, Naruto. It's freeze-dried. The water's been taken out, so it's just the dried remnants. Istanbul is a Greek name. It's just not a guy's name. All right. Sure, it says that. I love dates. What happened with dates? Oh, he ran out of dates. Yeah, the world isn't this complicated. People overcomplicate it and then say, you are so stupid. Everything is so complex. Let me rule you. Let me help you, poor, stupid people, because you've ruined the earth with your cars and exhaust. So just let me stay in power to help out where you have went wrong. And that's the game. All right, you don't think that's oversimplification? No, I really don't. I really don't. Listen, we've gotten this far in life from cavemen without all this super complexity. It's a great sales tactic, and it's been told to use in sales for years. You make something seem so complex, and then you offer a product to make convenience. Convenience is lore. You can overcomplicate something and then sell the convenience. I'll make your life easier. That's what it is. So cops will be also called correctors. Hello, Mufadeen. Feels like way more nuanced than that. It feels that way, but it's not. It's not. It really isn't. It's very simple. Don't let people kill you. Don't let people hurt you. I mean, that's oversimplifying it, but they overcomplicate everything. They every task. They say, how can we make the most money possible and get the most power possible out of each issue? And they overcomplicate it. And then we go, oh, geez, there's all this going on. Vote Democrat, vote Republican, whatever. They overcomplicate because they don't do anything. What are they doing? They're not doing anything. They're collecting checks. Have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy? I haven't. I have not seen it. Good evening, PBS. Could I dig a 10-inch hole? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Degrees of expertise. So I'm talking about social issues, Jesus crust. I'm talking about social issues. So social issues. So I was in the movie industry for 15 years. I made propaganda for 15 years. So I can tell you all about it. Okay. So this is what they did. So the trans thing comes along. The average person spends $20,000, approximately $20,000 a lifetime on medical care. The average trans person spends $1.7 million. Obamacare comes in and says, okay, insurance is so complex, we'll take care of it. Instead of giving you stupid people money to take care of yourselves, we'll just pay the doctors and the insurance companies directly. Then all of a sudden, trans ideology blows up. So now each person that they can trick into thinking that they're trans, any girl that's just a tomboy, you're trans now. So instead of them spending $20,000 a lifetime, they'll spend $1.7 million, and that money will go straight from the government to the insurance companies and the medical system, skipping the person completely. It's a lot. They overcomplicate it and then sell you the convenience. So the issue is, dude, it costs like $50 for a blown head gasket. Mechanics charge you $500. No, that's another thing. Yes, all that stuff. They overcomplicate it. They send you a bunch of word salad, and they say, just vote for me, and I'll take care of it. So the issue I have with social issues is the system is built to keep you in a state of uncomfortability that's easier to manipulate you, but if not uncomfortable enough to become aware of. That's right. That's exactly what they do. It's exactly what I'm saying. You get uncomfortable because you're so overwhelmed with the complexity that they're throwing at you that they say, just vote for me, I'll take care of it. Yeah. Yes, big word salad. That's exactly what it is. Just a bunch of big words and be like, look, I'm colleged. Look at my degree. I can help you, stupid. And that's what they do. It's very easy. It's very easy. And then you get crying women there, and you're like, oh man, I really screwed up. I didn't even know I screwed up this bad. I screwed up the whole world with my Humvee. Dang. Here's my vote. Please take care of it for me. I'm sorry. I ruined the world. I ruined the whole, I ruined the ozone layer. I caused, in the 1980s, it was acid rain, and then in the 1990s and the 90s, it was the ozone layer. It's always something new that we screwed up because we were too stupid. What did I miss here? Oops. What up, Chi girl? Back. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Wife wants Swedish meatballs. You worked at yes. Well, here in Atlanta, cheese. Here in Atlanta, yeah. Hollywood ain't Hollywood anymore. Do you think concrete is better than white wood? I mean, I thought white wood looked pretty good. Chi. Society since 1963. Not even Skippy has been this way since the dawn of power. You give world issue elevator pitches. World issue. Yeah. Do you think that's good or bad, Cheese? I want to see it. What up, Yvonne? I need criticism. Yeah, so is that it? Do you think do you think that's a good or bad thing? So Cheese, let me frame myself here. I don't want your vote. I don't want your vote or anything. What I think, like, you're doing but what's the difference? I'm not asking you to put me in a position of power to fix you. I'm just saying, start realizing what they're doing. So yes, I may be. Oh, no, I'm not overcomplicating it. I don't believe. How am I doing that? How am I doing it? Okay, hold America's a third world country pretending to be a first world country. In a lot of America, yeah. YouTuber bots are always to be wired. Yeah, that happens a lot. Sometimes less is more. So, yeah, YouTube bots are definitely weird. But so I don't think that I'm overcomplicating things. I think I'm undercomplicating, and I'm not asking for political power. I'm saying how it works. I've worked in the industry. I've worked in the music industry. I've worked in the movie industry for a lot of years. I'm 49 years old. I've seen how it works. I know how it works. I've helped make the propaganda, and I know exactly. And I'm not asking. I don't want your vote. I just want people to be able to see through the bullshit. I think it's clearing up already. 63 was a Q. It was the Joe. But yeah, it's not that complicated. The thing is, people have to be able to see people for who they are. It doesn't take but 5 minutes to look up anything somebody says, and that's what we do here a lot, right? So Republicans are liars, Democrats are liars. Some Democrats aren't, some Republicans aren't. What you have to do is figure out which ones aren't, and not just read headlines. And that's a big thing. I've worked in the food industry for about 5 years, dude. Don't get me started on the marketing employees. No, it's not just that too. It's everything's marketing. That everything you see and hear is marketing. I'm marketing myself now. I'm hoping you hit the subscribe button or whatnot, but not to save your life, like not to solve your problems. This just to help see things in a different way. Yeah, both are annoying. Absolutely. And they've become content creators. I'm a content creator, but I don't want political power. I want you guys that are growing up in the world today to realize this is what people are doing. Because it's hurting the actual people. Like the people that are co-opting disability and stuff for political power is hurting the disabled. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Right wing, left wing, same bird. The best thing to see through. What I miss? Though I don't think they will. What? Everything ties into how can I make this more complex than it is, and how much can I make when they think they need this whole island? Yes. Right. The best thing you can do is overcomplicate things. Like, wow, I didn't know the world was this racist. Wow, it really is that. Okay, wow. Well, here, if I vote for you, will you make sure you pass the laws and protect everybody? That's the craziness. The most censored person on this channel, 80% of messages don't come through. We're not censoring you, though, brother. All right, gee. Yeah, I'm looking at Discord now. Yeah, so I believe, the youth will take care of it. I believe that they will. They will. They have to be empowered to do so. They have to be empowered to do so. Okay, Chi. Ooh, I like the concrete. Chi, hold on. Yeah, I like the concrete. I like that look. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like the concrete look. Especially with the glass in it. They will just not yet. Right. And the thing is with the not yet is that allows people that know what tides they have been turning. They know where society will flow, as we always do. And they could put their money in those places and benefit from it the most. And politics hasn't honestly done anything really useful for the common person. Agreed. Absolutely. Yeah, it definitely looks good. All those hours to get pale wood. Sorry, Chi, you asked. Yeah, concrete definitely looks best. It looks so finished. You know what I mean? It looks so finished. It looks proper, especially with the glass. It's okay. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Just join the Discord server. All right, brother. Let me see. All right. Where you at? Hey, there you agreed. Hell from elementary school up, you're taught politics from the get-go. Right. Yes. I agree. I agree. And the problem with this is if you're a liberal, it's good while it's liberal. If you're a conservative, it's good while it's conservative. But it sucks for the other side. It sucks for the other side. So always half of America is going to be pissed off at the other half. What up? What up? It does look nice. Yeah. I want it to be a surprise with Space Cow joints. A surprise. What's up, Natalie? Natalie the goat. You are the goat. I am, brother. Right. Emotional people are easy to control. Emotional people are easy to control. Absolutely. And this has been known for centuries. It teaches the opposite of free thought. Right. This is why you see so many people begging and protesting for diversity, but not diversity of mindset. Keep the rage. Oops. Oh, broke it. Okay, here we go. I have the right to choose neglect. I'm the OF. You mean the whole system is rage bait? Yes, absolutely. Sure. It's that's what it is. They want you to be mad. So, but the problem is when some people are worse than other people, and the bad people are calling out the not so bad people, and they don't have like evidence. It gets to be too much for people. The moment you bring up genuine truths, you have hidden lies. Us versus the government, not us versus each other. Right. And it all ends up falling apart eventually. It all ends up falling apart. But once it falls apart, the people. When the people get in the positions, when their tricks start to work and they end up becoming in positions of power, they know they don't deserve to be there. So they're like, how can I get as rich as possible in the position that I'm in? Especially when you have people, I do recall Baltimore, especially when you have people from the other day, when you have people that when they're mayors and governors and whatnot, they feel like they're your king. They feel, or queen. They feel that they rule you, and they see people that are truly rich from hard work, and they think I deserve that because I rule you, and then they do what they need to do to get money. Lamau, do we need to discuss it? No, I mean we can. The younger generation finally got tired of the government. Right, because you can only drown common sense for so long. It just feels wrong. And then like all the people that were lifelong Democrats for like 60 years are like, wait, hey, this ain't what's happening anymore. And the lifelong Republicans, and I think that's why Trump started a different movement. I don't know if he planned on being a third party or what. I have no idea. I guess we'll see. But we know we got to see what and also, yeah. All right, Gawktug. No offense, but no offense, but do you even have a wife? Just a question. No, Natalie, I don't have a wife. Bye-bye. You can only pull a rubber band back so far before it snaps. Back twice force. Right, and smacks you in your thumb or your face. Yeah. And the smart evil people will set up dumb people to take the fall. Like I see what's going on around the United States with all this fraud. And it's like you're going to get people that are stupid, that are going to be the ones that end up in jail, and the people that aren't on the internet every day are going to be rich beyond their wildest dreams and be like, okay, I made $1 billion off of this. I'm fine. That's sad. Why is it sad, Natalie? I'm just getting my company going. I'm about to get another house in Florida. And then I'll probably be looking for a wife in about 2 years, probably. Once I have everything set, I sell this house and property, I'll have enough money to be able to support a family, even if I stop working. So yeah, that's when I'll look for a wife. There's not too many women that I've found that are willing to, like most women that come across, they're like, I don't want to be a mom. I don't. Okay, well, I don't want a wife. I want a wife that wants to be a mom. Uh-oh, I broke something again. Because you're like, I'm 49, but yeah, that's okay. I'm 49. Yeah, I'm not 60. Dude, I came to the conclusion years ago. It doesn't matter how smart I am. The world ran by idiots. Right. The world is run by morons, absolute morons. But then you have people that work 9 to 5s all the time that don't have the energy or the money to get to those positions. And then now we're finding out that a lot of the people that have been on the news and stuff have been using fake credentials, fake degrees. Uh-oh, I broke something. Oh, yeah, this is my problem. Oops. Broke it again. Oh, no, wait. Studio. No, she's not new. No, she's not new. Oops, I broke that too. Where am I at? Good overlay, copy. Chat overlay. Edit. I don't think she just hasn't been around. Yeah, she hasn't been around a couple months. All right. Yeah, it's been a couple months. Yeah, definitely. Oh, they're playing on the server. Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. You've been in Virginia? Yeah, I used to live in Maryland. Now I'm in Georgia and I'm about to move to Florida. Florida's prices are going to be dropping significantly in the next couple of months. If anyone's looking to live in Florida, they're no longer allowing corporations to buy single family homes. So now that real estate agents and companies can't sell a single family home, overprice it to sell to corporations, the prices are dropping. So I'm getting an unbelievable deal. Not gonna lie, I don't like Virginia too much. Nah, dude. Yeah, that whole area, the DMV, the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Yeah, we need to come up with plan to import Wawa so I can marry her. 3GS still work, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, I had a Galaxy 10e that I built my entire channel off of and everything. Every video I made, everything off of that. And then I just upgraded to the 25 because I got it for $80. Never had a case for. What's your opinion on Executive Order 1111 and why JFK got because did you read the releases? He got because he wanted to go against the grain. They were setting up the scam that led till that worked until last year. And they had such a big plan set up to basically get super rich and rip off the government, and he wanted to stop main points of that from happening. So they said goodbye to JFK. Dude, it's bad. We used to live off of I-70. Hated passing it. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I remember I-70. Yeah, going out of Maryland through Virginia. I-95. I live 5 minutes from 97 and Route 90 or Route 100, Interstate 97, Highway 97, and then Interstate 95. Yeah, now I made it 13 hours from Maryland to Georgia. Now I'm gonna go 6 more hours from Georgia to Florida. It just took me 15 years. I have to wake up at 12. All right, girl. 12 p.m. Like in 4-5 hours. That's it. Hey man, I'm here. I took the day off because I'm sick. Welcome back, brother. Just go to Florida. Yeah, I'm on my way. I did the paperwork today. Arguably, I should get up at 4 a.m. You should? How old are you, PBS, Public Broadcasting Service? How old are you? I live in Montana. I don't F with the East Coast. No, I understand that too. I understand that too. I'm getting old. I want to get where the weather's going to stay good. I want to be productive. Listen, I waited a long time to be productive, this productive in life. I don't want to take 3 months, 2 months off a year because of freaking snow and ice and stuff. No. You're 21. Just wherever you're at, just freaking make it happen. Build, get as much silver as you can get as much gold as you can get until you're in your 30s. Then shift into figuring out how to take that investment. So build in your 20s, be risky in your 30s, and settle in your 40s. That's because look, I went into my 40s with $0 to my name. 49, I'm doing great. So I had $0 on my 40th birthday. I was in debt. Now I'm completely the opposite. You're in Miami? Yeah, I'll be heading that way. I'll be living in Florida, not Miami. When it snowed here, I was like, it's 17-degree weather. Yeah, screw all that, dude. I'm not interested in that. Listen, I used to live in Maryland, and it was like that. Like I remember working at the Maryland Zoo in Baltimore when I was like 33 years old, and we had like 4 feet of snow, 2 feet one day, 2 feet the next day, 2 blizzards hit back to back. Yes, it's all about the assets. Yeah, money, right? Yeah, no, yeah. People have the wrong relationship with money. They don't understand how money works, and that's by design. They don't teach kids how money works anymore. They don't teach kids that you don't get money to spend it. You get money to invest it. You're trading your time on this planet for money. How are you going to make that work for you? Oh, I'm going to show people on the internet my new shoes. No, don't do that. What the F, man? I had to go to work and then negative 14. Yeah, this didn't get that cold. It got down to like 20-ish, 19, 20 degrees, but not negative 14. My birthday is tomorrow. Hey, Natalie, I'm going to Florida because my birthday present. I'm turning 22. Well, happy birthday, Natalie. No, I don't own a car, ride a bike. Because if they teach you how money works, and you know how to bypass the system they've set up. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. The problem is people are taught to be scared of debt. And you can use debt to get assets. If you can use debt to buy assets that pay more than the debt. Okay, look. So when I sold my house in Maryland, I could have paid off this house. But instead, I invested that money. And that investment pays this mortgage note plus some extra dollars. So now if I wanted to do YouTube and not work anymore, I just have to figure out what I need to do to eat. So now I go around to my neighbors and I say, you need your lawn mowed? Do you need your gutters cleaned? Do you need a room built? Do you need a kitchen redone? Do you need electrical work? And I have all of my neighbors, walking distance in my neighborhood has been fine. So I could have taken that money, sold that house, bought this house, and been but instead I invested that money because the investment could pay for that. I would have lost tens of thousands of dollars had I just bought this house plain out, and I'd have been screwed. And then they would take the house because if I couldn't pay for the taxes and stuff. Hello, Matt. Not really, but better than nothing, right? Go to bed, Natalie. Honestly, I'm going to invest in the trades. Yeah, dude, listen, that's where it's at. I was a carpentry foreman at the Maryland Zoo in Baltimore. While I was there, I got my contracting license, master contract, not master contractor. Yeah, master contractor. And I do everything but roofing and concrete work, and I'll do small concrete work, not foundations. And you can make a lot of money, $100 an hour, easy. You can get easy, especially nowadays. It's if you go into electrical work, the amount of electricians that I know that are making $250,000 a year at like 24, 25 years old, it's unbelievable because they're down here and where move to where they're building lots of data centers, and that will be or move near to where there's data centers, and you'll get $250,000 a year for like the next 10 years. Invest it properly. Don't show off. Don't flex for the gram. In March, I'm going to Vegas for my next pageant. Oh, congratulations, Natalie. I hope you win. I enjoy work at welding. I have a welder also. Just speaks to me of the plans master, all the various installation for a while, pays really well, drywalls well. They all do. And now, whether you like talking about deportations and stuff, that's going to go up because there's not as many people that'll do it for under the table prices. So you're going to get more money for jobs like that because there won't be as many people that are willing to take less money. If you guys want to shout out, go to this man's page. AI marketing, this is what's happening, whether you like it or not. Dude, flexing for the more. Yes, it's absolutely. The more people you can convince to spend their money on worthless shit that's worthless the second you buy it. Dude, welding starts at 80K base. Dude, easy. Listen, and if you do that for a year, like welding freaking car parts together and shit, get on a pipeline, and make 200K. Yeah, dude, welding is so yeah, I've got a welder. I have a MIG welder, gasless. Well, you can use gas, shielding gas or not. Yeah, and just having a welder, you have people that wreck their lawnmowers, their riding mowers, need the deck repaired, stuff like that, dude. You can make a ton of money just by having one. And I got mine for free. I traded one of my neighbors 2 doors down. I traded him. He needed some work done, and he was like, hey, he's like, I was like, do you still use this welder? He's like, no. And I was like, I'll trade you. I'll take this welder off your hands, and I got a free freaking welder. I don't see it. Nah, doing underwater welding for 3.5 years. Playing. Oh yeah. Underwater welding. You'll make way more than 200K. Yep. Yeah, no, 100%. Underwater welding. Yep. Welding divers. You'll make, because you'll also get your 200K base salary, and you'll get hazard pay. And room and board and flights, all that'll be paid. So you don't have to. That doesn't have to come out of your base pay. Hey Richard, bad timing, but when you get on, can you please remove my skin on Minecraft and buy new? All you have to do is type in /skin clear /skin clear. Jag /skin clear. Fat bong plus commission per diem and so forth. Yeah. Listen, and there's so many people that aren't legal that are doing that stuff for 80K cash in hand. You'll get prices. You're gonna make a lot of money, especially if you do that. Listen, the trades is, people always need to build stuff and fix stuff. Always. There's always, if you're willing to bust your knuckles, you will make great money. The thing is, welding is 3 or 4 variables: amps, thickness, rod, contact, voltage, current, right? Voltage, current, polarity, sticks, gas. There's a lot more than that. Yeah, there's a lot more variables than that. Time, motion. Super simple, but no one's going to learn. Yeah. What's up, Barbara? Doing good, girl. Doing good. Yeah, no one's. Listen, I learned welding in high school. And when I was in high school, we had metal shop and wood shop. They taught you how to drive. They taught you how to balance a checkbook. And they don't do that for kids anymore because they want to make as much money off them as possible. How you doing, Barbara? If you want cash job, finance, and be stacking bread like there's no tomorrow. That's true, too. Or in a bakery. High school. No. Dude, I had video editing classes, camcorder. It was called industrial technology, IT, industrial technologies. and we learned broadcasting. We learned how to make. We listen to this. When I was in high school, we got to make silk screens, and then we were able to make our own iron-ons and then sell the iron-ons. So while we were in school, we took like sports logos and made our own iron-ons and then sold them to our classmates, and that was part of the class. So we were making money in school, not selling bubble gum and weed and stuff. I went to school one year. They applied for automotive course. They took the course off the list not even 2 weeks later. Do you recall management information systems? How to? No, I don't. How to manage an information system? Like databasing? I don't know what's considered information systems anymore. Database management is what I would imagine. Did photo editing for a year, learned graphic design, blueprints, but after that they stopped offering them and took seeing wood, sealing weed and selling weed. Right. Yeah, right. But also there's the downside. You have to think about the future. It doesn't matter if you make 100K this week selling weed if you're going to spend 3 years in jail, especially if the guy that you're selling it to happens to have a freaking ounce of powder on them, and then you freaking really get up. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I can't type, the figures are too fat. It's illegal. That's the main part. Right. It's not worth it. You have to think of the long term. Just because you can make 10 grand this month doing that doesn't mean you'll have that 10 grand. And because people also, they do a really good month and they think it's never going to end, and then it never happens again. Or other people are like, I want to make the money that you're making. So they, dude, in North Carolina, one electronic THC card fell. Right. Yeah. It's not worth it. It's not. Listen. And now that the government can sell it, they'll really put you down for taking away from their business. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all. It's not worth it at all. Yeah, there's so many other ways to make money. There's so many other ways to make money. Like welding, dude. And look, when you get a welder, like go work at McDonald's, make enough money to buy a welder, let everybody you know, every girl, every boy, every whatever, and let them know, hey, I weld, blah, blah, blah. And then see what happens everywhere you post in the area. Hey, Facebook, anybody needs welding done, hit me up. Here's my freaking Google Voice number, blah, blah, blah. And you can be getting paid on your own quickly. People don't give themselves cushion. No, they don't. Right. And because people, especially when people are getting it illegally, they think it's never going to end. But the problem is the amount, line cook already. Yes. Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. If you've already got a job, yeah, stick with that, dude. I did line cook. I did busboy, waiting tables. I did it all. And it's absolutely, but my problem was, I had problems. Let's put it that way. I had problems. I wasn't a stunter. I was driving a 1984 Dodge Caravan, but I liked music. I put all my money into my band. Well, it paid off, so it wasn't a bad thing to do, but that's not going to happen for most people. I bought a bunch of equipment. I bought a whole I owned a recording studio, so I had drums, keyboards, studio rent, electric bills, yeah. And then I had a band, and then anyway. It sucks, but pay your own bills. Trust me, I have my own issues. Right, stay with your parents until you get married. Stay at your parents' house until you get married. Don't move out because people say, oh my God, you live with your mom. Yeah, and I don't pay freaking $3,000 a month in bills that's going right in the bank. Stay with your parents till you get married. Get married, have kids. If you don't want to do that, make a different plan. But if you plan to be a father in the future, stay with your parents. Already married with my, but okay, cool. All right, good. So understand how the laws in your area and the tax system in your area works for you and how you get benefits for being married. Use that in everything you do. There's a reason all the super rich people are married. There's a reason. I'd love to live with my mom again, but she... Understood. Well, you're already married, so that's fine. So especially if your wife works also, oh, dude, we haven't legalized it yet. We want research and the finer details for it. Yeah. No, understood. Look, I absolutely, I absolutely understand. But you have to understand also that there will be super competition. We both work, but they're both 50-50. Good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, whatever works for you, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let no single divorced be on the internet be like, oh my God, if you were a real man. No, if you were a freaking real woman, you wouldn't be single. Yeah. I'm single, but I plan long term. I plan on being a father. I plan on being married, absolutely. But I do not plan on struggling with a wife and kids. I plan on making sure that they won't need to struggle. So I'll do all the work I need to do before I even get married. And absolutely that woman will support me or she won't be near me. If she doesn't work, which is fine. It's fine she doesn't work, but she can absolutely work for me. She can absolutely help with my posting. She can help with my flight details. She can help with whatever. That's why I don't have to hire someone else to pay them 80 grand a year. So that will save me 80 grand. That's just the same to me as her being paid that. And dude, I hate the whole argument, only real men, real mystic. Right, exactly. And they don't want that. They don't want, listen, yeah, they don't want that. Because it makes women that try to act like men, it makes them look bad. So they want to make men look bad so they don't look bad. Listen, the point is you will do the best in this world when you understand that men and women work well together when they do whatever they're talented with. If you cook better than your wife, then you do the cooking. If she cooks better than you, if you're gay, whatever your partner's better, let them do what they're good at and you do what you're good at. Not, oh, you're the freaking prize queen. Let me just make sure I lavish you in freaking gifts. No. That doesn't work because then you're just spending your money. That's what they want you to do because the internet is marketing. They want to make money off of the people that are on the internet. My wife and I have rotate responsibilities. Good. Bro, my wife is more manly than I am. I have to find over the door for her. Good, man. Hey, whatever works for you, right? So don't let anybody tell you what should be. Professor, what up, Pallad? Professor Peabody, form an irrevocable trust to screw the tax man. Form a trust, form LLCs, break everything down, learn the law, learn the rules of the game you're playing. Most people don't know their tax code. They don't know that they can put off paying taxes, by using a trust and stuff. Yes, absolutely. We have a system where we're sending money to each other, I send it back, before we put our savings. Good. Whoever is a fan of Harper Zimmer, go join her live right now. I'm not saying that's live, but join her Harper Zimmer. I don't know who Harper Zimmer. Okay, low key mad. My mom did taxes for 30 plus years. Never bothered to learn anything related from her. Yeah, I think a lot of us do that. We just see it as our parents' job, Yeah, we don't realize that, hey, this is one of the most important things that has to do with how we look at what Trump was saying, when they were trying to say you didn't pay your taxes. He says, but I was following the law. You wrote the law that allowed me to get the tax loophole. We don't know those tax loopholes. But when you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, if you got to pay 15, 20, 30% in tax, that's $30 million. So yes, you want to try to figure that out as much as possible. I know it depends on extra. Let's see. I know about dependence and extra withholding. No. Yeah, no, that don't matter. That's how you get your tax refund back and getting it bigger. No, that doesn't save you money at all. That's just how much they're withholding. And then if you withhold it, no. I'm talking about how you need to manipulate your funds, how you need to move. If you've got cash in the bank at the end of the year, that's not always a good thing. It's better to have an asset that won't be taxed, like real estate. Yeah, that's right. They don't do anything important. Right. That's the thing. They want to make you think you're handling your money properly, and you're not. And then people at the end of the year, I got $13,000. Yeah, but you paid 20. They withheld 20,000. If you need the money to get assets and whatnot, then do that. And that's the thing. This is the thing people don't understand about assets. You're not spending your money. You're converting it. If you have $100,000 and you buy a $100,000 house, you didn't just spend $100,000. You did nothing. You spent nothing. You converted it from cash to a house. And but the thing is, the cash will never go up in value. The house will. I heard buying property and having company is a big tax. It is. That's why all these ultra rich people are freaking in the real estate industry. And the reason that they don't pay taxes is because they spend all their money. At the end of the year, they want to spend everything because they're taxed on their income minus their assets. I think that's the tax. So if you have houses that you have a note on, so if you have $5 million in the bank at the end of the year, you're gonna get taxed on all that. If you buy a $5 million house, you're not taxed on that directly. Like it says if the house is like a rental property and whatnot. Only when you sell that house will you be taxed on that. So if you just never sell the house, you're fine. And if it can keep bringing you money, if you don't, yeah. But you need to eat and whatnot. Yeah, I worked for a guy whose net was a little over $3 million in these flats that go to buy assets. Yes, right, absolutely, yeah. Because you have to find out where to put your money. Putting your money in the bank isn't always the best idea. But if you've got $10 million, it's okay to have a couple $100,000 in the bank because you need to be able to spend here and there. You don't have to sell a house to buy a car. But that's the thing. All right, let me see. I think I'm gonna eat some din din too. I think I'm gonna eat some din din too, and then maybe I'll get back one at 8 o'clock and play till 10. POI data mismatched. Uh oh. Chi drowns. Chi, did you drown? Dude owned his shop, lived on his shop's land, had 3 employees, including himself. Listen, I used to know when I lived in Maryland, there was a guy that owned a bowling alley, okay? And he lived upstairs from the bowling alley. So it was the same building. So he paid the taxes and whatnot on his business. He didn't own, he owned a house the house that he lived in when he bought the bowling alley, he started renting that out as a property. So now that property's making him money. Now the bowling alley's making him money, and he slept upstairs from the bowling alley. So he didn't spend money on his living quarters. The house that he had already bought is now making him money, or at least paying it. Like if the house bill was $1,000 a month and he was renting it out for $2,000, then it covered the mortgage plus gave him a little bit of extra room. Yeah, this is how things like that work. Like, why do you need your own place, especially if you're single and just got a dog? You know what I'm saying? You don't need it's wackadoodle. I'm almost done with the what? I'm almost done with the meatballs. Dude, that's what he did. He lived in a shed around the top and rented out his house. Yes, right. And that makes the most sense. That makes 100% the most sense. It makes the most sense. He read the rules of the game. He understood that. He understand that. So because what does he need to be at home for? He wants to make sure his business does the best that it can. So by staying there full time, you no longer have to pay for a place to rest your head. It's paying you. You're getting paid to rest your head there. And yeah, absolutely. What's up, stranger? What's up, Harper? Stranger Harper? Yeah, no, absolutely. And you can do the same thing, dude. You can do the same thing. It don't matter. It depends on what you want. And the internet now makes everyone feel like a movie star, because everybody sees the whole world sees them. They think the whole world sees them, and it doesn't matter. My mother-in-law lives in the den, which I converted to a standalone, and she rents out the rest of the rooms. Right, that's a great idea too. I still laugh when I remember he gave me an offer of $800 a month. He paid me $900 a month. Yeah. Yeah, and think about this. If you have a parent or whatever that dies and leaves you a house, some people sell it and take the money. But why would you not just turn it into an Airbnb or rent out the rooms? If there's 5 rooms in there, if there's 3 bedrooms or whatever, just all the rooms that can turn into a bedroom, turn them into bedrooms. If you got 5 total rooms in the house, you can make $800 a month off of each room. Because so many people don't want to spend freaking $2,000 on a freaking 1-bedroom place somewhere. Share the kitchen, whatever. Yeah, you can make a ton of money. They paid off our RAV4 Prime in 19 months. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Right, that's good. You don't want You don't want payments on cars and stuff. Buy used. Listen, when you buy a $70,000 car that's worth $45,000, why would you do that? As soon as you drive off the lot, it drops 20, 30 grand. It doesn't make any sense. You just threw that much money away. Buy a freaking $4,000 used car, and if it lasts just 6 months, buy another one. I kept the house and flipped it, remodeled it with about $3K, charged about $200 a night, and you made your money back when you're done. Sell that house with the addition. Right, yes, right. Take the extra money from the renters that are there, put it into an account, and then when you're ready to get rid of that, take that money, upgrade the house, and sell it for freaking $300K. Yes, it's really that easy. Listen, if you put a freaking $6,000 pool in, it raises the property value like 20 grand. What up, Dean? Hold on one second. That's kind of her side business. What are we doing? How are we doing? We doing good, brother, man. How we doing? My mom bought the house for $175, ripped the floors out, and redid it about 50% of the house. Now it's on the market for $250. Right, right. We doing good, Dean, brother. That's good. Right, but there's nothing wrong. Yes, what's wrong with that? What's wrong? The people that tell us, oh, you shouldn't work, they don't want you as competition. Work 7 days a week. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Well, I need to do what? To spend money? What are you going to do on the seventh day? Are you going to spend money unless you're worshiping God on that day? Work 7 days a week. Who cares? I don't care. What am I going to do? Sit around? Boobs on a cat. No, make money. So you don't have to later. Then you can take 7 days off a week. It doesn't make any sense to me, especially like people that work for a company and a company offers them overtime. Listen, in the movie industry, we got double time on Saturdays and triple time overtime on Sundays. So double time and a half on Sunday and triple time overtime on Sunday. I would be making $90 an hour, on Sunday. $90 an hour. Why would I be like, no, dude, I need to relax? Okay, if you're burnt out, I can understand that. But why don't you just do that for a few months and then take a month off, take a week off? Because you're getting 3 times the money per hour when you're doing that. No, screw that manager. What are you talking about? Screw that man. But mostly I work from home. Yeah, do whatever you can. It's Monday every day. I'll take off whenever I want. Exactly. While you have the energy, build your wealth. This is my biggest flaw. I don't care what they need me to do as long as I'm on the clock getting paid and doing it. Your biggest flaw? Why is it a flaw? Why is that a flaw? No, dude, companies don't let their employees get overtime nearly as much. No, I understand. I absolutely understand that too. That happens a lot, especially big corporations. I take 2 weeks off of February. Go to yes, right. But if you can get overtime, always take it. Always take it. Because if you say, no, I want to take Saturday off, you can get paid 2 days worth of pay during that Saturday. So if you take a day off later, you're only using a day of pay, not 2 full days of pay. Plus a 1.5 pay rate on top of that base pay, and they're trying to make it non-taxable. Right, yeah, up to $25,000. I'll work 70 hours a week. Right, listen. If you're working for a place that's destroying your mental health, get your mental health straight. You can't care about this stuff so much. It's just money. Just think about what you're making and what you're going to do with it. And don't worry about the stress. I mean, if you can handle it. Some people can't. I understand that. I worked full to the point where I've gotten sick. Brother, I was telling my folks the other day, me and a girlfriend of mine, we worked for the Black Eyed Pea, a restaurant in Maryland. They were nationwide, I believe, but this franchise was in Maryland. And me and her showed up at lunch. The manager was a cokehead. He didn't show up, so he was supposed to cook. So I was supposed to be the busboy. She was supposed to be no, we were both supposed to wait tables. He was supposed to be the cook and manager. He wasn't there. There's two people in the restaurant. The prep cook had already left. He prepped everything. I sat the tables. I cooked the food, and she brought the drinks and waited the tables. We ran this restaurant for 4 hours during the dinner rush before he showed up. Before the manager showed up, and he was like, "What are you doing back here?" What was I doing behind the line? Because I was supposed to be waiting tables, but there was nobody to cook. So I had these mats on my hand because I was breading chicken and steaks and stuff. So I'd walk up and be like, table for two, and I would see them. And this wasn't my job, but I did what I needed to do. And we ended up, people were so impressed. They were tipping us like $30 or $40 on like a $7 meal because it was just me and her running the entire restaurant. They were impressed by it. That's why it's my biggest flaw. I switched companies and my stress has gone down so much. I'm not really as reliant on weed for function anymore. I feel comfortable until I'm sober. Yeah, this is a big problem with weed. A big problem with weed is a lot of times people like weed because their nutrition is so bad. Like vitamin B12 and vitamin D3 especially. Like I've noticed a lot of the withdrawal people say they have, it's not withdrawal, it's you're experiencing how unhealthy you actually are. And that's the problem with weed and alcohol. Is it masks over your actual, it makes you feel better when you're unhealthy. So then the withdrawals is you just realizing on how unhealthy you are. So once I got my B12 and my D3 straight, dude, I've been fine. I can go. Chemical imbalance. When did they test your chemicals? When did they test your chemicals? I don't believe it, Fat. They said the same thing to me without testing my chemistry. They never gave me a spinal tap or drilled into my brain. They just said, you got to spit. It's a fucking lie. They want to get you, they want you a forever patient. Chemical imbalances. They got no idea. They didn't test your, I mean, maybe they did, but no one I ever know has your brain serum tested. They can test your blood, but they can't find neurotransmitters in your blood. It's bullshit. Medication ruined my appetite to the point I have to smoke a lot to eat. I think that may be medication, absolutely, but the smoking to eat is usually when you get so unhealthy, when your D3 and your B12 get so low in your body, your body doesn't know what to do with, your body's not getting nutrition from food anymore. So it's like I don't even want it. That's what it says. It's because it's not, if you have an absorption issue, like especially from medication like benzos, like Xanax, Valium, stuff like that, that'll stop B12 absorption. So then you won't even be hungry anymore. That's why weed works for that. But it starts from not having, it's from vitamin deficiencies. But yeah, it's absolute like, and it's so crazy because when you go to the doctor, the first thing they should say is, "How have you been eating? What have you been eating?" But they don't, because they want you to be a forever patient. They don't want you to be like, "Oh, it's a B12 deficiency. See ya." ADHD, dude, I'm ADHD out the ass. I can't even read a whole sentence without starting to talk. But yeah, but you can't blame it on that. It's probably the weed. I'm telling you. Everybody blames, maybe in your case, I don't want to, not calling you a liar, I'm saying, but in my case, yes, it's absolutely stopping weed, stopping drinking, and getting my B12 and my D3 straight changed my life. There's a guy, Robert, that'll be in here sometime tonight. He was on the edge of leaving the planet 3 days ago, and now he's happy. And that was just from B12. Same. I'm not. Oh, I'm not. I'm aware it's a feedback. Yeah. And I'm 49. I don't look 49. I don't act 49. I've got way more energy than I should. I'm not on any drugs. Everything's going great for me. And all my folks were on a bunch of medications. I got them off of everything. The only thing that they're on now is desiccated bovine hormone, a thyroid, because they got put on thyroid medication that destroyed their thyroid. So now they became forever patients, but now they're off of everything. So they get their blood work done once a quarter. I look over their blood work with them and I say, okay, this is this vitamin, so this vitamin. So I don't listen to the government recommendations because they're a bunch of liars. They tell you need 2.4 micrograms of B12. I take 15 5,000 micrograms of B12 a week, at least once a week, and then I take 5,000 micrograms a day, not 2.4 micrograms. It's bullshit. They want the Obamacare pays the medical industry directly from the government coffers. So as soon as you walk into the doctor, they say, "Yup, you got a chemical imbalance. I can see it. I can see it in your eyes. Oh, yep, chemical imbalance. Up here you go. Take some Ritalin. Take some freaking whatever." Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Well versed in the pros and cons of cannabis, self meditation, or anything that just ruins your body, everything in between. The problem isn't cannabis. The problem is it masking your actual health. You can stay on the cannabis, but you got to get the other shit straight too. You got to make sure your vitamin and nutrient chemistry is correct. That's the big thing. At least that's the big, and that's what I do to everybody that I care about. That's the first thing I do. 50 milligrams of iron ain't gonna boost my low iron levels from 6-1. Right, exactly. And they'll want you to buy pharmacy iron, like pharmaceutical iron supplements, or even worse, they have chemicals that convert things in your body to iron. So they reduce something else in your body to boost your iron. And then you're like, well, I feel better here, but I feel worse here. And they're like, okay, well, here's another one and another one. They just make forever patients. Listen, the first thing every doctor should do is check you for parasites and check you for vitamin deficiencies, and they don't do either. You feel fine, you're not fine, but you're not, right? You feel fine, you are fine, but you're not. Right. 100%. And that's why I don't deal with store-bought food very rarely, maybe once a week. Everything is cooked, and as much of the stuff as I can grow. Eggs come out of my chicken butt right out my backyard. Right, they'll test your reflexes. Right, exactly. It's all a game. It's all a game. Listen, they tell you what's wrong with you without testing you, and this is what's crazy. And when they do test you, they don't test you they test you for like 6 things, not 80. But they could, but it costs them more money. Your insurance. Okay, man, I want to start a garden, but I currently lack the space for one I want. Make a small one. Put them in. Make window boxes, dude. Just start, and you'll make it. You can just continue to make it work. I'm telling you. Look, I used to grow weed in my basement, so I could, and I could grow tomatoes if I wanted to. I could grow. So now I grow. My herbs are grown here, so I grow rosemary, thyme. I grow peppers. I grow okra. I grow garlic. I grow onions, Vidalia onions, and I grow garlic onions and rattlesnake green beans, which are like 3 feet long, so I can cut them up into little like 3-inch pieces and get like pounds and pounds and pounds. I'll be frank, I'll only go to the doctors if something's serious, like a broken bone or throwing up blood. If I don't see bone or blood, I'm not going to the doctor. That's my whole family's motto now. It's made to truly help us, but keep coming back for food. The problem is the Obamacare has convinced or has created it so they've made health so complicated. They're like, let us handle it. We'll make it nice and convenient for you. The government will talk to your doctor and your insurance company to handle everything, and that'll be fine. And it's bullshit. They're just getting rich off of you. And the thing is, they don't test you for the most important things. And this is the thing that pisses me off. Like, they want to get you on anything. They put a boy in a school these days, and you're tapping your legs, tapping your pencil, like ADHD here. Take this amphetamine, take this. They just want to get you on something without testing you for anything. It's crazy. Like they say, they'll do a reflex test on you. Yeah, I use super glue. That squeeze it together and put a couple drops of super glue, and I'll pay $500 premium for copay to cover $200 for the actual price. Yeah, but it's all bullshit. For what? For what? What are they going to do? They're going to super glue your cut together. They're going to rub some iodine on it and super glue your cut together. It's like, right. I understand the infection part of it, but it's like, it's even dirtier. Hospitals are even dirtier than your house. At least you care about your house. They don't care about the hospitals they work in. They want to get out of there. And you know how much sex these people are having in hospitals? Their dirty ass buttholes and dinglings and vaginas all whack all over their body. Yeah, dude, they're absolutely crazy. Look, I was in the movie industry. I dealt with the most wackadoodle sexual perversions. These doctors and nurses are all over each other all the time. I split my finger tip half in vertical, ran to CVS, dipped at isopropyl, and allowed the liquid Advantage, never got infected. Right, yeah. Hospital, what's up, Yogi? I got and I got keloid scarred badly. Yeah. Yeah, but you would have gotten the keloid anyway if that's how your body heals. Dude, nurses work a 16-hour shift. How are they supposed to shower? They don't, dude. They don't. Listen. They're the dirtiest. Listen, I remember talking to a mortician. Not a mortician. Well, I don't know if not a mortician. Person that worked in the morgue, a coroner, and they said that they used to take at the end of each shift, they would take their tie off, hang their tie up, go home, blah blah blah. But they always put the same tie back on, and he knew when his tie was dirty. When he looked down at the bodies and where the tie had drug across their body, they would have like a reaction. So he's like, oh shit, I haven't changed my tie in a year. So it's been in all kinds of other people's blood and guts and poop and pee. Dude, they're disgusting. They have showers at the hospital, but you know what they do in those showers? Not often. Not often. They don't care. They don't care. Maintenance there is so many factors. How old's the plumbing? Dude, everything, dude. Listen, they're not clean places. Where do you think MRSA and stuff comes from? Because they don't clean it like they should. Listen, they want to make profit. They don't want to hire 40 janitors when they can hire 2. Yeah. And I'd say most of them are that have some sort of addiction, whether it's cigarettes, pills, they're actually be prescribed something like a dependency. Yeah, most of them. I mean, listen, it's hard. It's hard to deal with death and disfigured, blown up people, shot, all that stuff all the time. Someone who works with food on a daily basis, I have to wash my hands every 30 minutes from a violation of health code. I can only imagine where you were. Right. And they don't like a surgeons might, but not the average doctor that wants to see as many patients as they can in an hour. They can't stop to take a shower. They have 40 more patients to see. And if they can spend 7 minutes with you and get $100, $200 copay out of each patient, that's what they're doing. It's a scam, dude. It's an absolute scam. Because if it wasn't a scam, they would check your blood vitamin levels. They don't. They check for infections and this and that. But they don't check because they checked for your vitamin serum levels or your vitamin levels. They would say, hey, the reason you're depressed is because you haven't seen the sunlight in a month, or it's winter. You need some vitamin D3. You need some whatever, A, B, D12, any whatever. They don't check for it because you wouldn't need them then. If it wasn't a scam, I wouldn't pay $5,000 for an ambulance ride. How do they pay doctors in Europe? The problem is it's not free in Europe. You pay through your massive ass taxes, and then the government pays them directly, and they still rip everybody off. Oh, well, that's good. If they don't get paid unless they fix the problem. And listen, that's the way it should be in America. This is the wacky thing about in America, right? So you go to the doctor, you say, I'm depressed. They put you on an antidepressant. They say it might take 2 to 4 weeks to start feeling a difference. And you probably won't notice the difference, but other people around you will start noticing the difference. Okay, cool. Then you go back and it doesn't work. You're like, okay, here's another one. Well, why don't you give me my money back for the other one that I just wasted a month on? And this is the thing, because they don't have to. Do we need to discuss the leniency when it comes to death on the operating table? And think about the relationships. It's not like it's a new coroner every time. The 50 people that die every week in a hospital goes to the same coroners and the same buddies, and they know each other. And if you say, hey, I screwed up. I slit this dude's artery open. He'd be like, oh, well, looks like he had a ruptured artery. And they're going to slice and dice the body up for the autopsy. They can lie all they want, and they absolutely do. Yeah, listen, why do you think so many COVID deaths were reported? Yeah, his neck was sticking through his skin, but it was COVID. Yeah, I agree. I agree. For their own well-being. If the morgues were that dirty, listen, dead bodies rot, live bodies don't. So if they want to go home, they're going to keep those areas clean. At the hospitals, they don't care. They're just making more customers. Been trying to get healthcare for 20 years. I'm cooked. I almost died from COVID. The problem isn't COVID. The problem was the lies. COVID existed, but the problem is the people that died from broken necks and car accidents that went down as COVID deaths because the government paid hospitals $27,000 for each COVID death. So they just marked a bunch of people as COVID deaths, at least in America. Yeah, and it's an absolute scam. So the numbers went up through the roof. Oh, look how bad COVID is. Everybody get the shot, get the shot, get the shot. They should have saved the shot for the old. And it didn't. They wanted to go to everybody. Might as well. We're doing all this marketing. We might as well make as much money as possible. Got COVID twice. Got COVID twice when it was peak. Dude sucked. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, listen, I had to get tested. I was in the movie industry. I was working with $20 million actors. I had to get tested every day. Every day. It's really a bad day today. My friend was getting bullied, so I stood up for her and started crying. And when she started crying, and then I told her that her dad was in the hospital, so I felt really bad for her. Jeez, dude. My plan is to lay down the non-existent healthcare system, take care of me a slow deletion. When they gave me the shot, it made my asthma worse. Right, and most people in America complain from problems. My brother and my sister both got it, and my brother even got sick each time when he got the shot and when he got the boosters. Same with my sister. It made more patients. Yes, listen. Yes, it's whether you, I don't know how it is in every other country, but I know how it is in America. And they said how listen, you know the lies because remember how they said that all the hospitals were full of COVID patients. But then why could you go to TikTok and see nurses that could spend 4, 5, 6, 7 hours getting dance routines right, 10 of them at a time dancing, blah 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 on TikTok videos? I thought they were freaking stuffed with patients. No, and that's all about to come out now too. What's up, Brooke? You have had such a bad day? Cora, it happens to the best of us. Live through it and it'll get better. I promise you. I promise. It always gets better. Right, but asthma, cancer. Listen, there was no such thing as turbo cancer before COVID. And now there's turbo cancer. And they call it turbo cancer. Like a freaking video game. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. My neighbor died of turbo cancer. The next day is only as good as you make it. Yeah, no, but right, but even your environment will change too as you get older. And the thing is, like you learn, you mature, and the things that upset you as a youth won't upset you as an adult. So it still gets better. But yes, if you want it to be better, for sure, you have to make it better. It doesn't always get better. See you later. I'm going to surprise visit the boys at work. Uh-oh. I want to see your code. All right, let's see. Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, it's freaking it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And listen, the emotional manipulation they did during COVID was crazy. In America, they took corner wagons out and they hung signs from it saying this is where you'll be if you don't get your COVID shot. Like that kind of absolute like death marketing is nuts. NDA. Yeah, I've been through being homeless and it sucked, but I had a bike and my wife, that's all I need. Yeah, brother. Yeah, fat brother. How to get health care in America. Go to Mexico. Right. Listen. And this is and Trump's about to pass the new health care that's going to pay us directly. So instead of the money going from the insurance company to the hospital, It's going to go from the insurance company to the person, and then we can decide where to shop. Because remember, you had in network and out of network doctors. Instead, they can be like, okay, you've got this. It costs about $8,000 to fix. Here's $8,000, and then you could say, okay, this hospital does it for $3,000, so I'll go there and pay $3,000 and pocket $5,000, because it's been going on the same way since Obamacare for the past 20 years, where they've just been paying the insurance companies have been paying the hospitals directly, and they've just been ripping everybody off, and they've been denying claims and stuff for no reason. And now that's all got to be transparent. They have to post online every single claim, why they declined it, and if it got shown. Yet taxes are collected to provide health care. All right, I find politics funny because as someone who isn't good with words, they make it overly complex when they talk about it. It just sounds straight BS. I used to do it. I used to do it as a kid. Yes. This is the problem. We grow up and now we see. Yes, you're full of shit. Especially when the prices keep going up. They called it the Affordable Care Act. And it's made everything more expensive. It's absolutely obvious. It's absolutely obvious. But the people that are like, holy shit, we actually got that passed. We're going to be rich. What do we need to do? So now we're making way more money than we would ever make. So let's take a bunch of that money and make sure we keep these politicians voting that way. And that's what's happened for so long. And people keep dying of stupid shit. But at least if like they say, okay, you've got cancer and it's going to be $6 million to take care of your cancer. Here's the $6 million. If you say, I want to leave the planet, you could leave that $6 million to your kids. Instead of going and spending the $6 million and still dying after giving you the wrong chemo or whatever, and no one ever gets held to account for it. So if they don't fix you, you say, I'm not going to pay you. And then they can be like, well, we're going to write a strongly worded letter. Do it. And that's the problem. They got the money no matter if they did good or bad. And it never was publicly available information. You didn't get the correspondence that was between the insurance company and your doctor. So if they wanted to just get rich, they could, and they did. Look, we were having 1,000 new millionaires every day in America during the scam. What happened? No taxation without representation. They did away with it. They did it while our eyes were closed, while we were busy thinking everything was fine. They said, oh, racism, white supremacy is more important. Don't worry about this. Let us overtax you because we're taking care of white supremacy. Cool. How'd that work out? Because, man, I see zero representation. I lost 3 tires because of the roads. Don't get me started. I have any holes in my rear tire. Do you right? Yeah, absolutely. They don't fix the roads, everything. Everybody, they've just been pocketing everything. And it's super obvious. Look, we've given $24 billion to California for homelessness in the past 10 years. And it's gotten worse. They could have built everyone a new $200,000 home, and everyone would have a home, and the money's gone, and it's worse. So they're scamming. They're scamming. Find it funny. We've known the cure for cancer since the 60s, but somehow we haven't. You're telling me it went from 90 horsepower tanks in 1925 to 860 ton patina. Right. Yes. Listen, we had nuclear weapons in the 40s. Yes, we absolutely have way more technology and way more cures. Cures don't make money. Listen. How long has the medical industry been a thing? And there's been 0 cures. There's been 0 cures in the past 100 years. Cancer is a simple rogue genome which has been managed isolated until it's beating us. We can talk about that on Discord, brother. Ukraine says they haven't received any help yet. All the help they get is from the United Kingdom. Right. But the companies that are supposed to be making the munitions are getting the money. So somebody's getting rich for that, Lorraine Bojangles. Yes, all right, absolutely. And this is the problem. The money is being spent. Every man and woman over the age of 16 could have tens of thousands of dollars every year from the money that we just send to other places that don't help the other places. Brother, I went from horse-drawn carriages in the 1880s. Yeah, exactly, right. And then nothing since then. We didn't even have these supercomputers back then, but we could make nuclear weapons that had to have timing to the millionth of a second. Yeah, it's bullshit. I could, 1936, it was 1945. I could have years wrong. Yeah, I don't know when the first prototype test was, but we dropped them in 1945. What up, Roblox? Yeah, it's not. Things aren't this complicated. The money's being spent. People are getting rich. If a bunch of these business owners were still asking for food handouts, then I understand. But they're driving and flying private jets, and nothing is happening. Where's all the money going? Look, it's a scam. Well, we are revolting. But the thing is, dude, computers went from the sizes of cars and supercomputers, size of buildings, being able to have a full large supercomputer with petabytes worth of data, less info for its use. Right. We have absolutely gotten way smarter. We know, listen, we can reprogram genetics using CRISPR editing, gene editing technology and stuff like that. We can clone organs. There's CloneAid. There's a cloning company in Canada that you can send your healthy liver cells and kidney cells to, and they will regrow your own kidneys with your own DNA, and you can have your own, but it costs way too much, for the average person. What's happening? The world, yeah, we're revolting, Roblox. All right, look at this CloneAid. I'm probably going to go on a list after this, but CloneAid Canada. Here you go, CloneAid. Look, CloneAid.com. Oh, that's not the wrong thing. Sorry. CloneAid. Let me make this bigger. They even got a website, CloneAid.com. Pioneers in human cloning. Right? So all this is possible. They're cloning human body parts. So people that drink themselves to death or close to death to cirrhosis are having their livers regrown in Canada, and then they're having it swapped out in America. So they're doing all this stuff, but we don't hear about it. It's not offered to us. Why can't the Affordable Care Act? If I'm going to die if I don't get a heart transplant, why don't you give them $8 million and make me a heart that won't be rejected by my body because it's my own heart? Racism. It's bullshit. American-based cloning. Okay, CloneAid is an American-based cloning organization founded in the Bahamas and philosophical ties with blah, 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 morality. In December, CloneAid chef Bridget claimed the baby clone Eve was born. Eve was born. A media coverage claim sparked criticism. Florida, blah, blah, blah. Tried to appoint a special guardian. Eve threatened to sue CloneAid because he was afraid the time the child might be treated like a lab rat. Cloning Foundation, Popular Science. So I believe they moved from Florida to Canada to get away from American government intervention. So they end up, because CloneAid started, it's in 1997, they started it to offer homosexual and infertile couples the chance to have a genetically identical child. This shit's happening, right? They want gay people that can't have children to be able to have children. And they say, give $5 million. It's crazy, dude. Willing to pay $1.5 million to clone their deceased daughter. But the wife was not willing to be a surrogate mother. So they could take the dead baby's cells, make another embryo, implant it in the mother that already had the child, but the child died, and then have that same child again. This shit is real. It's crazy. The world is way crazier than we realize. This was in 1999, 2001. 2001, she said she could be pregnant with a cloned fetus in April. She said the cells had reached the bladostats phase, refused to speak about it anymore. Then the cloned baby was born on December 27th, 2002. DNA samples allow for confirmation. The American government was going to look into it, request for a temporary guardian. They tried to give baby Eve, who was cloned baby. So we have a human woman walking around here now that's 23, 24, but it'll be 24 this year in December. It's freaking so crazy. All right, what I miss? My granddad worked at IBM. The first computer came out 100 megabyte. 100? No. 10 megabyte hard drive. 10 megabyte hard drive. The phone can hold 64 gigabytes of data. Corn isn't your data. I'm married. I got all that I need. I don't need to talk about the existence of the dire wolf. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's not real either. They didn't do that. They just edited a regular wolf's genetics to make it look furrier. The genetics don't match that of a dire wolf. That's all marketing too. 110 good t-shirt though. 110 good t-shirt though. Yeah. 1 out of 10. We've been doing stem cell research for 11 years. Right. Aliens crash. Right. Yeah. No. Listen. These things aren't fake. These things are happening. We're cloning people. We're doing this. We're doing that. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But they say, oh, but COVID. Well, where do you think COVID came from? Do you think maybe they were playing around with genetically altering a freaking cold virus and oops. Yeah. And they tried it. And while they scared everybody, they made a freaking trillion. I think it was $4 trillion on it. Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. I need to eat something. Old Rob Outdoors. Clone some farm labor. Dude, listen, I think, and I'm kind of crazy, I think the reason so many of those 300,000 children that came across the border went missing, I think a lot of that stuff, I think the whole baby snatching and body snatching thing that was done in like the 16, 17, and 1800s, I think that's still going on. I think we just think that it's not because we're too civilized. How you doing, old Rob, brother? How's Glen Burnie? Are you still Glen Burnie, Rob? Okay, I remember it, CERN, the cool genetic code. I wonder if it happened to what? What up, brother? Boop, that was me. What up, brother? I ever wonder what happened to Homo erectus COVID shots? The Netherlands. You still, Rob, you still in Glen Burnie? Adrenochrome harvesting, right. And I've talked about that before. So adrenochrome is not fermented. It is oxidized adrenaline. They scare the hell out of a child. Right before they die, their adrenaline spikes and it becomes a oxidized version of adrenaline. When the baby dies, they take its blood and they can separate the adrenochrome. And this is a thing too. Pennsylvania. That guy, that 100 bodies. Are you talking about that? That just happened in Pennsylvania, Rob? Just remember if you have asked, and if my government would have, right, yeah. What up, cat? You did come in at an interesting time. All right. Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is a chemical compound by oxidization of adrenaline. It was the subject of limited research in the 1950s to 1970s for potential cause for schizophrenia. What up, Chris? Who in the poll is that? That was 20 some odd people or 30 some odd people. 46 people voted on it. Who in the poll? What up, Chris? Because I don't feel good. You need some adrenochrome, buddy. There you go. The dark virality of the Hollywood blood harvesting. This shit's so freaking crazy, dude. It's so crazy. National Institutes of Health. Adrenochrome. Not much doing it. What's that, Chris? What? Not much. Do you need that shit? Do you need that shit? Yeah. Right. You need some adrenochrome. Yeah, you'll feel better soon. Absolutely. And this shit is nuttier than squirrel turd. So think about, people don't mind killing other people. We know it. It's fine. They've been hiding it for years. Evil exists. The devil exists. It's absolutely fine. People have some more money than they can spend in their lifetime, and they want to extend their lifetime, and that's all that's going on here. It's absolutely crazy. Clone-Aid can clone your body parts. If you have your heart's going bad, they can regrow your heart and give you an 18-year-old version of your own heart. So if you're 60, and this is the way I was told that it worked, whether it works this way or not. So supposedly, say you're 60 years old, say you're 50, we'll say 50, and you're like, okay, I'm a freaking millionaire, I'm going to be a billionaire, this and that, and my dad died of heart failure at 70. So they can take some of your heart cells and then start growing you a heart in a cloning lab. That heart will be 18 years old in 18 years. So now you're 68 years old and you can have your heart put back into you, and that replaces your heart, and you have an 18-year-old version of your heart. It's absolutely crazy. Dude, did you see they grew an ear on the back of a rat? Look at this. Ear cloned to the back of a rat. Look at this crazy shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's so freaking crazy. So they're growing ears on rats. So they can genetically modify part of the rat's skin with human ear cells, human ear stem cells, and it'll turn into a human's ear. It's absolutely crazy. And they've got so many of them. Like, it's so freaking crazy. Strange biology. Oh, so freaking nuts, dude. Hell, I remember. Very nice of you. Oh, you meant you don't. Oh, sorry. Plot twist. That one's opt for more immortality to become monsters. Hell, I remember seeing some stupid thing about growing ears on rats looking back. Yes, no, dude, no. It's right. Oh, right. A marketing stint for them to say, look what we can do. You didn't think about that at the same time, Rat did. Dude, yeah, this stuff's freaking wacky. Wackadoodle-ass stuff, man. Wackadoodle-ass stuff. And then this one's AI right there, but it's so freaking crazy. It's so crazy. We got no idea and imagine what like China's doing. Imagine what Russia's doing, you know? I can only imagine the eldritch abominations that come from a failed experiment. Rat with 16 eyes. Right. Imagine. This is what we're allowed to see. This is what we're allowed to see. Imagine what we're not. Operation Gilgamesh. Yeah, it's just absolutely wackadoodle. It's absolutely crazy. You know, we see all of this crazy stuff, and it's like, and if you've got unlimited funding, you've got the richest people in the world. You've got Elon Musk, like $500 billion and growing. So you could even say, here's $40 billion for Twitter, for a website. $44 billion for a website. It's crazy. It's crazy. Kevin, what up, Calvin? The car is just what I need, or Jeopardy. Oh, cars. In the 40s, the Soviets managed to attach a severed dog's head to another dog. I do remember that. I don't know. I have no idea about the results of it. They're going to make something that's going not to be able to stop, just like AI. I think they might already exist, dude. Think about how crazy people are today. Why? Like, let's talk about ice. Both the Soviets and the Germans in the 40s experiment with replacing bone with metal. Spoiler, didn't end well, but it did for prosthetics research. Okay, let's talk about ice. Okay. All these people that are so crazy, whether you care about ICE and whatever, and liberal or Democrat or Republican or whatever, regardless, these people, do they think they're going to pull up to an army of federal officers and be like, I'm on the internet, and be like, oh, sorry, ma'am, we didn't realize you were here, Miss TikTok Queen with 50,000 followers. Everybody retreat. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. No, that's not going to happen. Why? So the adrenochrome thing, they think it's why people get schizophrenic, because people try adrenochrome and it makes them schizophrenic. So if for whatever reason these people are so mentally wackadoodle, they think they've got so much power, and adrenaline can give you that feeling of invincibility, where they're willing to freaking just do whatever to. It's crazy. Richard, let's buy all the IPv6 domains and hold the internet hostage. If we can make enough money to do it, let's do it. Let's do it. That's gonna be a lot. There's like trillion. Total possible IPv6 domains. 34 undecillion. I never even heard of that. Undecillion. Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford that, even at a penny a piece. Yeah, join the Discord, fat brother. What are you waiting on? Welcome to 110th grade, my friend. That COVID poke, I don't think helped. No, hell no. Listen. More people got sick from it than didn't. More people got sick. More people ended up in the hospital from side effects of the shot than died from didn't getting the shot or got sick from didn't getting the shot. But the payout would be huge. I'll sell it back to you for $1 each. Just give me 300. Just give me $300 undecillion. Listen, I have to agree. Why are people so crazy? Why do people think men can have babies and stuff? Why do people think you can switch body parts? Why? What happened? What happened? Like, and people are like suicidally empathetic over it. I forgot what my username was. Fat Bong Shaggy. As I'm talking to you. Right. Yeah, we can leverage our domain assets and borrow against it. Right. Hey, just give me $5 billion and I'll let you hold 100 undecillion domain names. Domain addresses. Total addresses. Wow, here's the number. Look at this. 342. Now, 10 to the 38. That's freaking so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so freaking crazy. Oh, I got all kinds of messages coming in over here. Baconated what? What was your name? Baconated Shingle? Baconated Schlongle. Baconated. Duran, I don't want your lover, The Cure. Just like having The Cure. The Cure. Yeah, he who owns the internet owns the world. Look, sleep deprivation and too much weed. Yeah. Baconated Schlongle. It looks like a computer auto generated username, but you were probably like Baconated Schlongle. Yeah, The Cure, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, yes, it's really unfortunate that so many people got talked into doing things to their body to make companies a whole lot of money. When you see now how little the country's government, at least half of it, cared about half of the people. They don't care. They don't care at all. Like, yeah, they don't care. They're actually calling for the execution of half of the people here in the United States. Like a lot of people do. It's like they don't have, and if they're not profiting off of it, then they're just crazy. And it's to see how freaking the psychosis that they have. Like they start shaking and freak out over like, look, dude, he was a freaking murderer. He killed 17 children. Yeah, but due process. Okay, cool. Due process. Give it to me, baby. Yeah, Rick James. We should just go back to the unethical research for ethical reasons. And when I say that, I mean when like we had a dog bodies used to study. Dude, you can listen. They don't need to do that anymore. They're using human bodies for that. Think about all the people that are dying that aren't being recorded. Think about all of the dead homeless. Listen. There's a lot, but really the Offspring song, yeah. There's so many so many people that have died from gang violence, and they changed the name from gang violence to gun violence. What are you talking? Were you racist? No. So these people get killed. They go- the Democrat cities want to reduce the number of deaths shown, so they don't report it as a death. They take that person, they sign them up to vote now that they're dead, and it's like now, like we found, like I think it was like 700,000 votes across the United States from dead people. Everyone knows the government sells. Yeah, the aliens, dude. They need them. That's what they use for gas in their freaking in their gravity bending machines. They need our neural links. Uh oh. And whose? Maybe when you share a Discord link, other people might join, like in Dharman's server. I try. Um, they use percentages rather than right. Yes, and they don't teach kids how statistics. There's a reason they don't teach statistics in elementary and junior and senior highs. They don't want anybody to understand what's actually going on. Aliens use the materials to make skinwalkers. They can come here and be rulers. Right. Agreed. Right. Absolutely. And they don't understand how statistics work. So they could say, oh, only 17% died, but that's 17% of 3% or whatever. So they can skew the numbers by taking a percentage of a percentage. You know, like they could say, or they can say like 50% of the people the people we surveyed, and it might only be 5 people or 12 people, you know? And these are problems. People don't say, oh my God, 50% of people were blah. 100% of the people that we surveyed don't like Donald Trump. 300% of the people we surveyed don't like Kamala Harris. Okay, cool. They're just freaking lying to people. It's still deception, no matter how you think of it, no matter how you slice it. Peter Wolf, come as you are, NXS, kick the dirt. Come as you are. Wow, I don't even know the Peter Wolf version. I don't know. NXS, kiss the dirt. What year was that? NXS, kiss the dirt.
According to Wikipedia,
Yeah, I've
Kiss
never
the
heard
Dirt is a song by the Australian rock band INXS. It was written by Andrew Ferris and Michael Hutchence from their 5th studio album Listen Like Thieves. Kiss the Dirt, cover art for Australian and US vinyl editions.
Oh, yeah. No, I do remember. Wow. Yeah, that was a long time. 17% can mean anything. Right, none of that. Right, it's all scams. It's all lies. They would just say the numbers. They're trying to confuse. 12 tenths of 50,000 or 10,000 Americans would take it. This is the kind of booze they be selling. The kind of booze. It's all booze. And that's what we need to do here. We need to make sure that people know, like especially when the kids come in, they need to know what's what. They need to know what's bullshit. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, well, you know, I think that ultimately that's what needs to be done. You know, and there's so many bots. You know, like I should have actually put effort into math. Probably wasn't as difficult. I was just stubborn. What, Yogi? What'd I do? Richard, look up civilians. If you can create a bureau. What? Richard, look up if civilians can create a bureau. Can civilians create a bureau? No. No. Civilians cannot directly create a federal government bureau in the U.S. Only Congress can. Yeah, that would have been good, brother. I see where you're going. Finally changed my sleep schedule and I accidentally napped for 12 hours and run into it again. Now it's up, ND. You can have a local civilian oversight board, but a bureau typically implies a government entity with legal authority enabled by an act of lawmakers. Citizens can advocate for new agencies. That's a lot of sleep. The Bureau of No You Didn't. Rolling Stones, Undercover of the Night, or Talking Heads, Girlfriend is Better. Oh, man. Talking Heads. Greetings from Nagasaki, Japan. Greetings, my friend. Greetings. Yes, a lot of sleep. Nagasaki, Japan of today. Wow. 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 Nagasaki. My name is Hiroshi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Hiroshi. Nice to meet you, brother. I like America too. I'm a big fan. I bet the weather's gorgeous over there. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Seeing how the current social contract is broken. Yeah, it's pretty much. Wow. Yeah, that looks amazing. That looks amazing. I'm hoping to get to Japan this year. I'm hoping to get to Japan this year, Hiroshi. I really am. I really want to see it. I really want to see it. Nagasaki, the perfect small Kurishu. My name's Richard. Wow, look at that freaking. Yeah, cutting crew. Yeah. I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something said. Could have walked away. I could have walked away. Oh no, yeah. I really. This year coming up. So actually, Catherine, I was going to show you this, Kat. Look at this. YouTube invited me to Milan. Look at this crazy thing. Hold on. Look. Join the collective. Join the creator collective in Milan. Creator only event. I was like, that's freaking crazy. I'm jelly. What happened? Oh, what I missed? Oops, broke it. All right, oh, broke it again. Yes, it's sunny, however cold winter days. Yeah, same here, right? Today it's like below, or tonight it's going to be below freezing. Jed Doge ein dein Arme I not my veret no du sage. Jeez, I love Italy, and Milan is the design capital of the world. Did you guys know you can sign up your friends to be? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we used to do that all the time. What's going on, Elliot, brother? Translate it. I thought you were going to, but I can do it. Danish to English, translate.
Jeg døde i dine arme i nat, må have været noget du sagde.
Must have been something you said. Couldn't walk away. Hey, what's going on, Alicia? What did I miss? Hey, Richard, my boss ended up paying me extra after I told her I was going to pursue it. Good. She gave me half the money in the tip jar. Good. Yeah, she knew she was freaking. She knew what she was doing. And then Steve Miller Band, Abracadabra, abracadabra. I'm gonna reach out and grab you. Yeah, abracadabra. I'd be pissed off if my friends did that to me. Yeah. Nagasaki looks freaking awesome though. So Alicia, now we got Nagasaki. Your eyes feel up. Go take a nap, girl. At least you got At least you got more money. And I bet you she's gonna start treating you better. I think I've been sleep deprived. Bro, I remember when regional manager came into our door one day and yanked the tip jar off the counter and walked out. Yeah, dude. They do that, dude. They do that shit. Because no one knows. The laws. We don't even know the tax law for our own shit, let alone the employment laws. If we knew the employment laws, we'd be business owners. Oh, wow, look at that. That's pretty cool, too. I want to sign up my enemies. Oh, wow. What is that? What is that? Oh, that must be sunken ships under there, maybe. This is Gunkajima. Battleship Island. Gonkanjima, or Hashima, is a famous abandoned island off of Nagasaki. Battleship Islands for its warship-like silhouette, dense concrete buildings built for a bustling undersea coal mining community. Undersea coal mining community that peaked in the 60s, closed in 1974, now a haunting ghost town. UNESCO World Heritage Site. Wow. That's that's freaking crazy. Wow, that's freaking amazing. Eric Clapton is the way that you use it. Eric Clapton. After World War II, it looks like it ended. It went from. Hold on, let me see what it said again. Hold on. Peaked in the 1960s, so way after World War II. Looks like it won Call of Duty match. That's probably what it's based on. Yeah, you're definitely thinking it's something different. My grandfather was a World War II officer and owned a metal factory. Oh, well, that's good. He survived World War II, yeah. After 1960. Does your family still own the factory? Thank you, Elliot, brother. I didn't even see that, my friend. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you, brother. File an abandoned property possession in that town. I don't remember what country did it. They encased an island in concrete, used as defense. The factory was purchased, was bought. Okay. Battleship Island. Wow. Yes. Purchased. It was purchased. The factory was purchased. If someone bought it, then someone purchased it. Yes. Yes. See. Yes, sir. Oh wow, this is on. So this is the island Gonkanjima, a maze of streets and a hellish landscape. Wow, man! Somebody needs to turn that into like a paintball, freaking or a airsoft. Dude, could you imagine like running around on like dirt bikes, like an airsoft in like an old forgotten city that's on a barge? I mean, I guess it's probably way bigger than we think if those are like living quarters. Wow, look at this stuff, dude. We don't do anything like that anymore. Look, oh yeah, those are freaking some big boats going there too. Okay, wow, oh, that's way bigger than I thought it was. Yeah, we could do that in like one building. Thank you, Elliot. We finally got a real Japanese. Yes. Yeah. So we have what was I trying to say? Hiroshi, we have multiple Japanese well, they're like from Sweden, America that live in Japan. They study in Japan, but you're one of the first actual Japanese, and you can visit. Oh, you can visit there with a guide. Okay, cool, very fun. And many tourists from China and other countries. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe it. Oh, it's a UNESCO site. It's a World Heritage site, so you can't purchase it now, probably. So yeah, probably just look how huge that freaking. So it looks like it was an island that they dug into to get coal out of, and then I guess they extracted all of the coal. It looks like there used to be a bridge there. Wow. Ghost Island. All concrete. I guess everything pretty much is these days too. Okay, here's a tour. It's very fun and many tours. Okay. Inside many furniture time capsule. Wow. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. That's freaking amazing. Oops, I broke something. Oops. Big problem in 1990. Chinese bad Japanese stole things. That seems to be popular these days. Hiroshi seems to be popular. Battleship Island coal mine. Oh, wow. These are the coal mines underneath. Man, everybody looks so happy, though. Look, everybody's smiling. They're like, hey, look, we're going to go bust our freaking junk down there. Deserted island. Oh, this is underground. The mine shafts, underwater mine shafts. That's crazy. Wow, I never even heard of it before. There they are digging coal by hand. Minecraft. This word says, okay, let me see. Let's see. Japanese to English translate. Human power plant. Wow. Hitosha Hatsunjino Injino.
一社発電所
Hitosha
一社発電所
Hatudensho. Jeez, man. Total Batman house. That's what I was thinking, dude. I was thinking like that's definitely a superhero. Yo, it's Henry again. What up, tap the screen, see what happens. What up, Henry? Yeah. Dude, so I would suspect that will within the next 20 years, something like that will be an AI data center island. They'll take something like that and then they'll put a whole bunch of AI data centers on there because it won't mess with the local population. There's no population there, and they have all the energy and stuff that's already running there, all the power that's already running there. Or they could even put a small nuclear reactor on there to run all their AI. Watch. I bet you it's in the planet. I mean, yes, it means underground buggy. Literal translations are not true sometimes. Japanese things are very different. Yes, they are. Yes, they are very different. What's the stream about? I don't know. Right now we're talking about right around Hiroshima, Japan. And this is where Hitoshi, our friend here from Japan, is talking to us about what's in and around his area. They would just pay me. I'd give them electricity. Right. No problem.
一社発電所
Geez, I can't even imagine. I'm gonna try to learn Japanese within the next couple of years. It's on the list, but it seems pretty freaking difficult. Look at these things. Look at these freaking people busting their ass. There you go. Unreal. Almost everything's. Oh, now it's a tour for tours. Wow. Glover's Garden. Check out Nagasaki. Glover's Garden is European town. Okay, Glover's Garden. That's cool. I'll just chill here for a little bit. All right, all right, brother. Many Westerners in 1800. Okay. Nagasaki travel. Oh, yeah, it definitely looks Western or Eastern. Yeah. No, Western, sorry. Western. Yeah, like look at that. This looks like a house you would see in the South in America. Koi pond? Mixed West and East culture. Okay, won the lotto. Pretty good. Hey, way to go there, head of the table. Wow, yeah. Yeah, you see a lot of things like that around where I live. Here in Georgia. There you go. Massa's house. Dutch and Japanese work together to build. Okay, many Nagasaki people have Dutch heritage. ND has Danish heritage. Mm-hmm. Oh, they changed the floral layout. That's pretty cool. So it's an active nursery. They actively grow lots of plants there. It looks like must visit. Nagasaki Glover Garden. Glover. Yeah, this looks like a house that would be like right around the corner for me where I live now. Yeah, very, very, very similar. Very similar. Many Denmark. Yeah, no, Dutch mark. Wow, it looks beautiful. Absolutely. Glover Garden. Oh. There's the koi pond. Get on there. There we go. Close enough. Look at the rows and rows and rows. That looks like broccoli. Martha Stewart. Oh, community gardens too, so people can have people that don't have areas near their homes or in their homes and land property. They can have a community garden, or they each have a plot. We used to have those in Maryland a lot. It was like cherry blossoms that before there. Look, Nagasaki Castella cake. Nagasaki Castella cake. Oh yeah, the jiggly. Oh yeah, that looks so good, dude. Look at that. Look at this. Oh man, yeah, that looks really good. That looks really, really good. Oh, ice cream. It's like an ice cream sandwich. I'm guessing that's ice cream. Look at that. Yeah, that look good, boy. That look good. Momo Castilla. Oh, look at that. Looks freaking. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Blend of Japanese and European. Okay. It looks freaking good. Look how perfect. Like, look how perfect it is. Like the bubble distribution and the browning. That's not icing. That's the cake. Okay, this is like green tea, I'm guessing. Chocolate, vanilla, and green tea. Is that correct? I think we all love Japanese desserts. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yes? Okay. Oh, man. Look at that. That looks so freaking good. I wonder how you get such even heating. My oven definitely wouldn't do that. Oh, look at that. It looks like pound cake. You know what pound cake is? Have you heard of pound cake? Here. American pound cake. So you can see the browning is much less even, but the cake on the inside is very similar. And you see that it doesn't have the beauty of your guys. Castilla cake. Yeah, like you see how crumbly that looks compared. Here's one. Here you go. This is almost like it. This is more of an American version. It's okay. Yeah, American version. Only original's only one flavor, but nowadays. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that looks freaking good. I'm getting hungry. This looks freaking perfect. It looks like an AI generated cake. Beautiful dish. You're gonna like Wawa's new tower. How much would a Castilla cake cost in the U.S.? Let's take a look. Oops. What's going on here? Dang, I can't spell. $10 to $20. Walmart, it says. Wow. Japanese baked sponge cake, man. $14 at H Mark. Castilla orange cream, Castilla $6. I'm working construction, but my next break will be in 1 hour. Okay. I'm a carpenter. I was a carpenter. I'm a prop maker in the movie industry for years. Before this, I worked at the Maryland Zoo in Baltimore, Maryland as carpentry foreman. So yes, brother, I'm a carpenter also. By trade. I'm a car pretender. Carpenter. Ex-carpenter. Yeah, I'm do YouTube full time now. Oh, that looks good too. Castilla, Nagasaki Castilla, uh, pudding. Wow, you guys are going to be so jealous in my house. Yeah, it looks so good. That looks so good. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Okay, I'm guessing you have the same cake, but this is my favorite cake that we get here in America. It's called a chocolate lava cake. You have American contractor. That you work in inches and feet or millimeters, centimeters, and meters. This right here. That's right there. That's my favorite thing to put in my mouth. Oh yeah. What's the most Asian thing I need to know for science? Lava cake in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Oh man, it looks so good. It's basically a chocolate fudge brownie with molten chocolate center. Like this. This is like really good. That's good with vanilla ice cream. Yeah, you drink. So good. So good. How long have you lived in Nagasaki? I know you gotta go. You gotta get back to work, but yeah, I'll get as much info out of you as I can while you're here. Oh yeah, it looks so good. Yeah, this just looks next level right here. Like that's yeah, it does look so good. I'm about to reckon. Let me see. Recipe. Let's see. Eggs, sugar, wheat flour, starch, syrup, condensed milk, sweetened, cocoa powder. Cocoa powder? Trehalose. Wow, I don't know. I haven't heard Trehalose before. Oh yeah, that's so good. Oh, it looks so freaking good. Honey. Oh, it looks so freaking good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm gonna have to take a break. And then let's see. Let's see. All right, let's do this. Okay, where was I? Hey, wah. All right, where are we? 3 hours and 30 minutes. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna take a break and get something to eat. Maybe a cake. And I'll be back in, let's see, give me 20 minutes, and then we'll jump on some Minecraft. All right, but everybody, hugs and kisses. I love you all. Appreciate y'all coming on here. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes, and we'll get back at it. Bye-bye.